And what is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Hey everyone. Welcome to Movie Madison Entertainment Live. Thank you for joining us. Crazy Joe popped in right during the intro.
That's crazy.
Well, I think he's intrigued. I think he's intrigued by the main topic.
I don't know what the main topic is yet.
Well, no, you don't.
I got beef with Crazy Joe.
I don't either, dude. I just show up, man. I'm just like, hey guys, what's
It's
happening?
another Kathleen Kennedy stream, guys.
Hey, right on.
I got beef with Crazy Joe.
What's the beef?
Oh, I have beef too.
Temple of Doom? You have some words about Temple of Doom, bro?
Oh yeah. It's you get a box set of the Indiana Jones movies, and you take Temple of Doom out and you put it in.
Oh
the
my
corner
God!
Of shame.
Stop.
And then every now and then you go to the corner of shame and you look at it and you shake your head at it in disgust.
Bad take.
Yeah.
Crazy Joe.
No, it's accurate.
The final 30 minutes of Temple of Doom is as good as Indiana Jones has ever gotten.
Crystal Skull fits into the franchise. Temple of Doom doesn't fit into the
The
franchise.
final 30 minutes of Temple of Doom is as good as Indiana Jones has ever been and ever will be.
It has short round.
Yeah.
The mind
It's
chase.
based on a 30s serial.
It
doesn't feel like
it fits in the damn.
It doesn't feel like an Indiana Jones movie.
And they took Shiva Linga.
The other three feel like
Bring
a
it back.
trilogy. You can watch Raiders, Last Crusade, and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and they feel like part of a unified whole. And then Temple of Doom's this weird outlier that doesn't feel like the others.
It's its own thing. Love it.
Who's this guy? Are you old enough to be here, sir?
Dude, I swear to God.
Let
bought
me see some ID.
I bought these at the store, okay? Yeah, man. Can I see your ID, please? I'm like, dude, I just shaved.
Somebody put that baby to bed.
Hold on.
I don't have to go far. It's right there. Oh.
You should stream from your bed one time, just laying there, just talking.
Well, I did, but I had this microphone and it was like stuffed in my face. So it was like, hey guys, what's up? It's like, dude, I can't. No.
It's like,
yeah, you can hear my back pain through the microphone. It was awesome.
That's amazing.
Well, the main topic,
which we're doing now.
Lucifer says I do things backwards. I should keep the viewers in suspense.
Yes.
So the main topic is Kathy Kennedy, and
Queen.
I had to school a fool on her this morning.
School.
Yes. Some idiot was going off on her, and I'm like, she's literally one of the greatest producers of all time. And he's like, no, she's not. I'm like,
not Disney,
Back to the
she's
Future,
not.
E.T., Who Framed Roger Rabbit, just going down the list. I think these
Kennedy
people, they don't
Marshall.
even know what
It's
she's
on
done.
everything.
If I was an investor, I'd be really happy with her.
Your entire childhood.
Really? You'd be really happy with her.
Billions. She's making me billions.
What's happening with the Disney
three
park?
Star Wars movies made billions.
What has she done for you lately? What has she done for you lately?
I don't care. I got billions. I'm doing stuff for myself.
Visions.
Kenobi.
What else?
The highest grossing Star Wars movies ever made.
The Star Wars Galactic Cruiser.
She didn't do that.
That's not her.
That's Disney Parks. That's not
Bob
her.
She ain't like
Chapek,
James
dude.
Gunn, bro, where she's in charge of the
blaming
whole
her for
thing.
that. Wow.
Yeah,
that's Bob Chapek. Remember?
Also,
She's involved with.
also if you follow the If you follow the
Why
Star
is there a
Cruiser,
Kennedy meal?
if you follow the Star Cruiser, it was incredible. Everybody said that thing was
And that's
one
why
of the
it's closing.
greatest.
That's why it's
Yeah,
closing.
no, it's closing because Bob Chapek and the idiots over there priced it out. Nobody could afford it. But it had the highest exit surveys of any attraction in Walt Disney history.
Why not adjust it and
Really?
fix it
I didn't
instead
know
of
that.
closing it permanently?
They should. They should. This is quite foolish on Disney's part.
Probably the budget is probably ridiculous if they have actors and all that. So
Actors
yeah,
in full
just doesn't.
makeup and
They
costume.
just can't produce the money.
Willow
Keep it up.
canceled, removed from the service.
Because it sucks.
No, yeah, Lucasfilm.
Okay.
No Star Wars movie.
Did
And
Kathleen
now-
Kennedy literally sit down and work out the story, write everything down?
We got something better. We got.
This
Or
is
did
what
she
I'm
just
saying.
sign the check?
No more excuses.
No more excuses for what?
No more
For what?
excuses for her.
What do you mean?
What are we talking about?
Yes, the Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny perception is horrendous right now.
On
haven't seen
paper,
it.
how's that her fault?
We
On
haven't
paper,
seen it.
dude. On paper, everything made sense. Everyone was sucking that the fact that Mangold was hired. He did
Hearing
Logan.
everything.
He did Logan. She did all the right moves. She did her job. She got people. She got someone that everyone was excited.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the movie's really good. If you read, look
From
at
where?
the reviews.
Where
the
does
reviews.
it sound like that?
Look at the reviews.
49%. It finally
It's-
went up a
it's
little
rotten.
bit.
It's sitting at 50%, which means that of all the people who reviewed it, half those reviews were positive. And then if you read the negative reviews, I read the negative reviews. The negative reviews are pretty positive. They're saying,
Oh,
we
my
don't
dear
like it
Lord.
because it's too nostalgic.
They should
That's not negative.
they should pay you, Crazy Joe, for the
That's
gymnastics.
not negative.
They
Wait,
should pay you for the gymnastics you're
okay.
going through. This is not good.
This is another discourse that bothers me. Don't we not care what critics say? Aren't we saying that every 5
Exactly.
minutes? Aren't we saying
Yes.
that every 5 minutes?
We care about what critics have to say when they like movies that we like. If critics don't like something that we like, we get upset about it, and vice versa.
Well, here's the thing. It
That's how
doesn't
this
matter.
works, guys.
It doesn't matter what critics say. It matters what the audience says. But the problem is, critics have the ability to influence the average person. If the average person hears something's not good, they
Sure.
won't go see it. The thing is, Indiana Jones is critic proof. People are going to go see that no matter what.
No, it's not critical.
I don't know.
Oh, absolutely it is.
I don't know, man. I think the time has come. I think younger generations really don't give a crap.
You don't understand. Crystal Skull
That's
burned
why-
a lot of bridges, my man. With me specifically.
I think young people don't care. I think young people don't care about
Well,
anything.
that and young
the
people
highest
don't
grossing
care.
Indiana Jones movie.
I don't care if it was high
That-
grossing. Doesn't mean it was a good movie.
Tells you the audience liked it.
IGN, the shilliest of
Because it
shills,
was the
gave it a
first-
4 out of 10.
I hate to
4
bring
out of
him
10.
up, but does that mean audiences like Michael Bay's Transformers movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate them, but the audiences loved them.
Okay, so then you could say the same thing for Crystal Skull for me. Done. Hated it. I agree with Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Why?
I love that movie.
I don't
Why
want you to
is
clarify,
Phoebe
do I?
Waller-Bridge keep
No,
getting-
you really don't.
Listen, I'm not a hater of feminists. I'm not a hater of feminists. Why does she keep showing up in all these franchises and just
Because
Phoebe
she's good.
Waller-Bridge
Because she's so talented.
So what?
and other stuff?
Dude, these people keep asking for this stuff, and it
Asking
comes
for
like
her?
this. No, they ask for these movies. She does these movies like Spielberg couldn't do it. Not even Spielberg could do it. It's done.
And
It ended
Spielberg,
a crusade. Just pretend it ended a crusade.
And Spielberg loved it. Spielberg saw Dial of Destiny and he thought it was great.
He in the making of it looked like he was pestered by George Lucas. He's like, "Fine, George, I'll do this movie." Like,
Yeah.
I don't think he loved it.
I like Crystal Skull. It had Mutt. It had Marion. They got married. What happened to all that?
So if you like that, you'll like Dial of Destiny because
Well,
everyone's
how do you-
saying it's better than Crystal Skull.
They're not in it.
How do you
Even the
know?
negative reviews are saying it's better than Crystal Skull.
His goddaughter's there. He's this grumpy old man,
Maybe they
and
explain
the
what
reviews are
happens.
bad. Yeah, and a throwaway
Half the
line.
reviews are bad.
Okay, so
And the bad reviews aren't that bad.
he was a grumpy old man in the Adventures of young Indiana Jones.
Oh my god!
The one thing I do
You guys
hope
will spin
this movie,
anything.
No, but what exactly is your problem? That people don't love it?
That even okay.
The critics don't love it.
don't
No,
you
they-
like the Snyder movies? They got shitty critical reviews.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
like those
Yes.
movies.
Yes.
BVS has got much worse reviews than
BVS,
Indiana Jones. And you like that?
A jumping 29%, bro.
Exactly.
I wish I was there for that. When Max heard that,
That's a
oh,
different
shit.
story.
Wow, double
That's
standards.
No,
He hates
you're right.
Kathy.
There is double standards against Zach. Yeah.
How about spinning?
Dave, I love Max. Max, I love you, man.
No, there is. There's a obvious bias against Zack Snyder after Sucker Punch.
Yeah, we changed your name to Max, the Master of Cope.
People like the Snyder Cut.
Listen, I didn't even want to talk about this for days. Like this depressed me for days.
Yeah.
I didn't even make a stream. I was like, oh man, Crystal or Dial of Destiny is getting shit all over the place. A 4 out of 10 IGN.
He got all excited.
It was
Indiana
like
Jones.
it was 43% for a while. It finally got up to 49%.
Oh, you're gonna go watch it?
Yeah, but did you
No.
read the negative
Why?
reviews?
I'm not supporting this. I can't.
Oh,
unless
I
I hear
they're
it's
opening
amazing.
day.
I think you're gonna like it.
No, and there's no reason to go rush out to see it either.
Did you read the negative reviews? The negative reviews are positive. The negative reviews are
Show
saying
me
it's-
where. Show me
they
where,
say they're
Chrissy Joe.
look them up.
The
It says-
negative reviews
Give
are
it, what's
positive.
what's
They're
that?
saying-
What's biggest
they're
publication? Biggest publication that you say? Because
May
IGN.
23rd, 2023.
the
Crazy
reviews,
Joe.
if you look
The
up the
negative
reviews,
are
if you
positive.
look up the reviews, they're saying it's too nostalgic. That's their criticism. They're saying it doesn't
All right,
do anything
let's-
new. It's
which,
too
on Rotten
nostalgic.
Tomatoes? Where do you? Because I have Rotten Tomatoes ready to go.
I was looking at a bunch of the reviews.
Okay.
Might have been Hollywood Reporter that said that. Might have been Variety. I don't
Rotten
remember.
I'm
reviews
sure.
are
I'm sure.
positive.
Do the positive reviews also say nostalgic, and that's why they liked it?
I don't remember. I mean, I read these reviews like a week ago. But I remember thinking I'm like, this is negative. You know what it reminded me of? I'll tell you exactly what it reminded me of. It reminded me of Ghostbusters Afterlife, where you were getting negative reviews from people saying,
one's giving negative reviews for
oh
Afterlife.
yes, that was getting negative reviews, and they were saying it's too safe, it's too much like the others. That was great.
Doesn't it impact just like how Shazam Fury of the Gods was in reviews?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah. Shazam Fury of the Gods got
let's-
negative reviews. It's one of the best movies of the year.
Okay, let's see
Brian.
these. Let's see these negative reviews that are positive. Okay, let's bring this up.
I see one that says pretty goofy. That's all the reviews.
All
say.
right, let's
Give it negative. Come on.
go them all. Okay, the music of John Williams plays again, and the adventure begins again without realizing that we have already been here before. A more or less orthopedic chain of vibrant.
Is that a real
action
positive
pieces.
review? Technically,
I don't.
that first one. That's not a positive review.
I know.
Realizing we already been there. All right.
An adventure that, despite stripping itself of all fan service, absolutely opposite what Crazy Joe just said.
Joe, what's going on here?
Fan service error feels simulated and forced.
Oh man, this sounds
See,
exciting.
what's that mean?
This is
See-
not.
see what I
Where do I
mean?
buy my
See what I
tickets?
mean?
See, what do you mean? See what I mean? That's positive.
Simulated and forced? Like, what does that mean? What does that mean?
that means
They
that-
haven't said
forced
anything really negative there. They're just
Yes,
pulling
they
shit
have
out.
forced
Yeah.
it to even the movie exists. It's forced.
They're
That's-
pulling shit out of their ass. This is like a negative review I saw of Shazam 2 that was ridiculous. The guy's like,
If
he-
Shazam
he
2
saves people
if
for the
Shazam
sake of
2
being a
is your-
hero.
Is
I'm
your
like, that's
goal-
negative?
Is
Come
your
on.
goal? We're all in trouble.
Let's go through some more.
Shazam 2 was better than BVS.
Boom.
No.
Okay.
Base.
Everyone said
That's easy though, Brucifer.
I know.
I mean, that's
This is
a lot
not
of-
my Indiana
A lot of movies
Jones.
are better than BVS.
Are they talking about Phoebe Waller-Bridge? It's disappointing. And the other thing is, the thing that really gets me is that even James, I love James Mangold. Them saying it's not a bait and switch. They actually are it's starting to sound like the Phoebe Waller-Bridge show. It is.
No, it's not.
That's what it. There's
Why are you
actual
assuming?
What do you
instead of
mean?
watching
This
the
just
movie?
said it's not my
that's
Indiana
what-
Jones. That doesn't mean that.
I
That can
know,
mean
I
that.
know. I know. That's
Like
that's
the CGI, everything
But
feels
even
off.
if that's the case, nothing wrong with that.
That's-
She looks like she's great in this movie.
And look, Polygon says
actually-
that the one before that Crystal Skull's better, and you know Crystal Skull is completely lambasted. Look, disappointing, much better Indiana Jones film.
Well, I did watch a Ryan Kindle video earlier.
Oh,
that's always a mistake.
that explains
damn
it.
it.
No,
That's a big
and
mistake.
they removed.
Geeks and entertainment.
No,
right
no, no,
here.
no, no. They actually had a point. They did a new trailer, and the only thing that was removed was the capitalism line that made Brian cringe.
What capitalism line? That was
Phoebe
fake from the
Waller-Bridge.
beginning.
They removed
Yeah,
it.
it was in
They-
the trailer. That was like cringe.
Yeah,
as
they
hell, man.
said it's cringy, and they actually removed it.
What? That was a fake trailer somebody put out.
No, that was a real trailer, and that's
No,
a
that
great
was a real
line
trailer.
too.
Wait, the one
That's a
where
great
they're
line too, but
in
they
the
hate
cars?
it because Kathleen Kennedy's got boobs.
That's not
No,
that's not why.
it's not at all,
Yep.
dude.
That's
Has
not
nothing
why.
to do with it.
Yeah,
Nothing
she's
to
a
do with
woman.
it.
She's a woman, so
No,
she's
it's a
talking.
Are
preachy-
you,
no,
Joe? Are you
it's a
claiming
preachy
that?
woman. It's a
No,
preachy
no. Are you
woman.
claiming that I feel that way? Because I do not,
Wait, you don't like Kathleen Kennedy?
He loves boobs.
dude. Okay, first off,
This is hilarious.
yeah, whatever, dude. I don't give a shit.
No. Go ahead, Brian. It's fun. This is fun.
I forgot what I was gonna say, dude. I don't care. It's so good.
No,
Well,
Brian,
give us your opinion on Kathleen
Brian,
Kennedy.
Brian,
I think she's
I
great.
don't
Thanks,
care.
Kathy
She produced
Kennedy.
my childhood. I respect.
Well,
her,
there you
dude.
go.
No,
Then
hey.
we're not disagreeing. What's the
Well, he's allowed to not like that line and not like it, not because
I
she's a woman.
despise that line. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was cringe to him. To cringe to a lot of people because it feels preachy. It feels like we're
And exactly what it was.
yeah.
It's like,
Preach to
oh,
the
we're
character.
doing this.
Preachy
Okay.
from a company
It could
that
work
wants
for
to
the character.
capitalize on your money.
how can jokes speak preachy? It's a,
Oh my
I
God.
mean, that was a joke. That was a humorous line.
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
Preachy is when you get serious and look into the camera
All
and
right,
tell
all right.
people what they should be thinking.
Crazy Joe. People think it's really cringe for Disney to preach about capitalism when they try to capitalism.
But they're not preaching if it's a joke. Like that was a
A lot of
humorous
them are
line. That was a
like
funny
in Star
line.
Wars Last Jedi. It's look where it's coming from, the source of all this.
Because
That's
it's
why.
culture war bullshit, Joe.
Exactly. There you go. Culture war bullshit.
That's why it's cringe.
Okay, so let's get back to these positive reviews. I still want to find out what Crazy Joe's talking about. It's disappointing. It's a disappointing facsimile of much better Indiana Jones films that preceded it.
See, there you go. There's one right there.
That's not positive.
They're saying it's like the other ones. They're like, oh, it's like the other ones. So there you go.
Much better.
Yeah. Well, come on. They're saying it's like more of the same.
I
Another one goes,
am vexed.
Another one says,
Polygon
oh,
is
they're-
saying it's better than Crystal Skull.
That is a very low bar to clear.
I don't
Thank
think
you.
it is. To me, it doesn't. I was more excited for the Crystal Skull trailers.
They
and
lost me the gopher, the ground.
and look, that tells you what a joke it is. That tells you what a joke it is because Crystal Skull had positive reviews. Crystal Skull had was a certified fresh film on
Actually,
Rotten Tomatoes.
the positives have negatives, Crazy Joe, because look
Yeah,
at this one.
I'm seeing that too.
What's vexing is the nagging feeling that there's a much better Indiana Jones film buried in there somewhere.
Well, who cares?
But it would require a feat of archaeology.
That guy?
That's
or
not
at
a
least the
positive review.
rewrite
That's-
and some
that's-
judicious
that's
editing to excavate it.
The Financial Times care.
The positives
cares?
are negative. The
Who
positives
cares?
are
I
Top
love
critic.
Crystal Skull, and that could be better too. So
I liked it too. I actually like Crystal Skull too.
Fun isn't the most accurate way to describe its excessive antics. There's never a dull moment, but all the globe-trotting hullabaloo does verge on exhausting.
There you go.
That's okay. That one is the closest to what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Director
I like being
Jake-
exhausted by action films. Actually,
Look at this one. It's goofy and laborious. Sign me up. That sounds fun.
What did you say? Sign me up. It's
You're
really
killing me,
goofy
bro.
and
I like
You?
that. Hey man, Crazy Joe.
The director James Mangold.
I like it. I like that he's positive. about
Stepping
it.
in it.
I
oh
want
no,
goofy
stepping
and
in for
laborious.
Steven
Goofy and
Spielberg.
laborious. Sold. You
What does
got me.
laborious mean? I forget.
Laborers.
Oh.
Labor.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
going in
slog
labor.
to get
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh.
watching Rise of Skywalker.
Laborious.
If it's like Rise of Skywalker,
That's
we're
the next
good. I
like
enjoy
James
that
Wan.
movie.
Sounds like the next James Wan horror
Better
movie.
than the
Direct-
prequels.
Director James Mangold stepping
Once
in
again,
stepping in
not a very high
for
watermark. dude.
Steven Spielberg brings the character adventure to a satisfying close. Okay. While Ford revels in reprising the role for one last hurrah.
From South China Morning Post.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's all pretty goofy and laborious over its 142-minute running time.
What does laborious mean? Oh yeah, I remember.
Voltaire, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, Voltaire.
Crazy Joe is
Is this
killing
killing
me
him?
tonight.
Is this killing you for the lulz?
I'm a little under the weather, but I figured you'd be attacked by your panel based on your thumbnail.
Not me. It's
Oh,
not
I
me.
hope you feel
It's
better.
It's not me, Voltaire. It's all Crazy Joe.
Actually, no, it's not really this
Crazy
time
Joe
around.
is saying that the
I am.
negatives are actually
I'm
positive.
on Joe's side.
I haven't seen a negative yet that makes me think this movie sounds bad. None of them are saying what's bad about the movie. None of them are saying, this is what sucks.
This
They're
is
all
the
like,
lowest rated Indiana
it's double
Jones
talk.
movie.
It's all
It's
double
still
talk.
higher than BVS.
Yeah, and the lowest rated. Think about it. The lowest rated Indiana Jones movie. First of all, the full ratings aren't in yet because they've
No
only
more
done
excuses.
They've only done it for a few movies.
Was that for
Only the
Snyder?
people who got into the screening at Cannes. So this isn't everyone yet. And number two, the negative reviews are saying it's better than a film that has positive reviews. So come on.
Listen, this isn't no pie that I want to eat.
Listen,
No, this
as
is
much as back in the day they got good reviews and they hold those reviews up, we like the same thing happened with The Matrix Reloaded, but we all know how those movies are looked at now. Kind of negative.
When
Same thing with Crystal Skull.
IGN
Right?
gives you
Like
a
it's the times have
4
changed, people's
4
opinions
out
have
of
changed.
10. 4 out of 10.
IGN is like the worst. Hasn't been good in a decade. It really hasn't.
Voltaire, aren't you very concerned about all this coming out from Cannes and the IGN? And this doesn't sound good.
50%. You know, it's.
Hold on. I'll make a poll. 1 second.
And that went up. It was like 43, and now it finally went up to 49.
Flash is gonna eat this movie alive.
I mean, we haven't seen the movie, but based on reviews, it's a 50% movie.
Would
What if Flash really is good? Oh, it's going to get destroyed.
Oh, Flash is great. Going to be great. I've been saying it for years.
Well, whether you're part of the 50% that enjoys
I'm
the
starting
movie,
to not take your opinion on what is a good movie and a bad movie seriously, man.
Seriously.
Well, I can't take you seriously anymore because you guys didn't like Shazam too. How do you not like that? I saw that
A lot of
movie
people
4
you
times
not
in the
take
theater.
seriously, Joe.
I'm a joker. I'm a joker. That's fine, Crazy Joe. I love that you love it. Okay. Okay.
critics shit all over everything they're paid to hate. Exactly.
That's not true.
Yeah,
I don't believe that.
I agree with that.
No, they even like the freaking Dungeons and Dragons movie.
That
they
was
could
a
have
good
fun.
movie.
Exactly. And critics will like
I
it if it's a
think
good
they
movie.
would be waiting to applaud a good Indiana Jones movie. I think there's momentum.
Has there ever been one?
Yes.
Come on. Stop. Temple of Doom, baby. Let's go.
Ugh, Temple of Doom.
Okay. All right.
Artist stage.
And also, I
Magic
heard
Nazis.
when I was driving it, you don't think that capitalism joke was virtue signaling, and they put that in the trailer and everything?
I do.
Yeah, but
removed
the
it.
problem
It's
is
a
with
joke.
context. There might actually be a reason for the character to say that. We don't know the character. If you're going to blame anything, blame the marketing. They would use like something like that. There's a hot topic. We got to put it.
And it's not
But you
wrong
never
either.
know.
That is called capitalism.
Okay. But you never,
that's your opinion.
You never.
Well,
you
now
never
we
know.
can't joke about
Stealing.
capitalism.
That's
I'm
not
not
a
saying you can't joke about capitalism.
It just didn't let the joke didn't
okay.
land well for.
We're
a lot
not
of people.
talking about making the joke. We're talking about the fact that the joke was cringe.
It
okay?
didn't land for.
Yeah,
a
it
lot of
didn't
people.
land. That's
in
yeah.
the
That's
movie.
yeah.
Well,
You
that's
can
true.
definitely
But
joke about capitalism. You can joke about anything. If it doesn't land, it's cringe for a lot of people.
And let's not forget, we could also like not like a
People
character
are
and it's
accusing
cool. Like,
Crazy Joe of that Disney paycheck.
Bring it on. I could use the check.
Joe didn't like Avatar.
We should.
I hate Avatar.
There you go.
I
That's the
hate
biggest
Avatar.
Disney check you
I
can
hated
get.
Avatar of the first one, and I hated the second one even
so do
more.
I.
There
so
you
that-
go.
that-
Look at
that
that. See, he's not a Disney shill.
Okay.
Those are the biggest
A
Disney movies right
MacGuffin
now.
is meant to be that an object that characters chase after in its
piece of shit
story.
still in the theaters? Jesus.
What it is and what it does
James
doesn't
Cameron.
usually matter. Surprisingly, it does and gives the movie its absolute bonkers, jaw-dropping climax. Okay, that was a good one.
Okay, that's cool. I'm interested in an absolutely bonkers, jaw-dropping climax.
It often fizzles as much as it lulls.
Oof.
Ooh. Then this is supposed to be positive.
Positive.
But in Mickelson's Dr. Schmidt, the film could at least boast a worthy antagonist and one with enough personality to cover some of those cracks.
There you go, Max. Max, you're always complaining about a good antagonist is needed for these type of movies.
A film that inherits the directed mantle from Steven Spielberg should know when to step up. It's about time executives realize that franchises can't be cleanly separated from visions and talents of those who made them.
You see, that's a bullshit comment right there.
Like directors can't take over a franchise.
Yeah, like
Other
how many
directors do.
franchises have had multiple directors work on
It
them?
should,
Like that guy's
but
talking out his ass.
No. I actually agree with that. They should work harder to have cohesion across projects, to respect stuff instead of just oh, it has to be
No.
exactly my way.
I think
I
when
work
you're chasing Spielberg, like I think when you give this franchise to like a different type of filmmaker, I think it's important that filmmaker has a vision or a take that's somewhat different. If you're just you end up doing like Superman Returns, and I know some people like Superman Returns, but you can't be chasing. You can't be chasing like the another guy. You have to have
No,
your
not
own vision,
chasing
your own
it, but
take.
respecting it. Yeah, have your own
And
vision.
also,
but still
Spielberg's own
respectful.
movies didn't have cohesion because Temple of Doom doesn't feel like the others.
Okay.
Well,
The
Yeah,
camera rarely creates meaning on its own, except when there's a familiar brown fedora somewhere on screen, at which point it charges toward like a happy puppy reuniting with its owner, a shot that repeats on at least 4 separate occasions.
See, there's another nonsense one.
You're dismissing all negative.
Yeah,
like,
because
it's
they're not.
nonsense.
Because that's not really negative. That's in the other movies. The other movies have him losing his hat, and the hat comes back to him. So suddenly,
4
after
separate
4
occasions.
movies,
For
yeah,
4
so suddenly,
times?
This
so
is the Hat
now
movie.
now
This is
we
the
have a
Hat movie.
problem with it. We didn't have a problem with it before.
Nostalgia
But
Hat movie.
Read the
4
Rolling
times
Stone
is
one.
overkill.
Rolling Stone down there. Read that one. Rolling Stone's a
All
big
right,
one.
all right. Well, I'm gonna read all of them. It counts as a sort of a compliment to say that James Mangold's film, into a gleefully absurd ending, and this is supposed to be positive, plays like just another episode in a creaky, unpretentious romp. And that's a 3 out of 5. Irish Times. Fine fan fiction. This is supposed to be.
That's like an insult usually.
Yeah, employing much of what it makes this character so special out in new ways, while very much embracing the past. When it works, it's excellent. Okay. When it doesn't, you revel in the companionship of old friends. Watch the video. review.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, AI man.
Breaking news.
How's it going,
I
CJ?
just showed up, and no one said hello.
Oh, hey,
I'd agree with
CJ.
Because
that.
we were in the heated debate at the moment.
I
Sorry.
agree with that,
no,
Jacob. I've
no,
never seen a
no.
bad James Mangold movie.
I like James Mangold a lot. I don't say you never seen a bad one. There were some bad.
You guys really like that first Wolverine movie when he goes to Japan?
Oh,
I
he
like
didn't make the
most of it.
first. He made the second and third one.
No,
Silver
the one where
Samurai,
I'm sorry, yeah, the second one, the one where he goes to Japan.
The one
Yeah,
that's
that's
Wolverine.
That's a good one. That
You
I
think
oh
that's
god,
really
the
good?
first Wolverine
Okay.
though is such a piece of garbage.
Yeah, he didn't do
That's
that one.
better than Shazam.
No, it's not. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Wolverine Origins is better than Shazam?
That is
Yes,
such a horrible
Oh my
movie.
god.
The singing
love
sword
it.
claws. Oh my god, the singing sword claws.
absolutely. I would rather watch Wolverine Origins than Shazam 2 again.
Why do you hate fun?
Deadpool? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
With what they did with
Yes.
Deadpool? And then come up here, fight up here, buddy. That one,
Yeah.
that shit. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah,
Plus-
Max
my
is
God.
bad.
Plus the helicopter.
We hunted our own kind, Logan. Remember
We-
that?
we
That
should-
was
we
terrible.
should do a
Will I
watch
am?
party.
Will I am?
I'm still trying to forget that movie.
The Dial of Destiny proves it's possible to keep alive the anti-authoritarian flame and the
you just
passion
call
for
me
knowledge that
Bob?
lies in the heart of this immortal saga. It is the final Indiana Jones movie. As it most likely will be.
I doubt it.
It's
There's
nice
no way.
to see they stuck the landing.
It's not a chance that'll be the final Indiana Jones.
Are
Not a
you
chance.
crazy?
Not a chance.
She's
It's
going to take
Beverly.
over being
It is
Indiana
crazy.
Jones,
It is
but I think
Jones.
Harrison Ford
Is
is.
she complaining that there's too many action sequences, chase sequences? Really?
Yeah, like I said, these are
That don't
ridiculous
look
reviews.
good.
Hey,
It
Crazy
don't
Joe,
look
you just
good.
complained about John Wick being all action, so that is a complaint for you.
Change the name
Boom.
of the street to a
Consistency, baby. I'm
collection.
keeping everyone
but
consistent.
I
Let's go.
said if there's not enough story.
No,
Okay.
I'm
If
saying,
it's action for action's sake, that I can't stand
I'm
that.
saying here that I was going to go see this, but based on the reception, I do
So-
want to form my own
I mean,
opinions.
is-
I'm going to wait. I'm just not going to
Is
support
Crazy
this right away.
Joe wrong when he says that?
Yes, he's
Action
absolutely
comment?
wrong. No, I'm just kidding. Is he wrong about what, CGH?
The
Your
movies
opinion
should have
changes like
story versus action.
I don't know.
I'm bored. I'm bored by action if there's no story behind it.
Did you like the raid?
I never saw the raid.
Watch the raid. It'll change your mind.
Kelly, please stop. Okay, so there's so many chase sequences that the movie seems held together with slender bits of plot. This is exactly Crazy Joe's concern. If the action doesn't have a good plot,
Yes.
Well, if
John
it's
rather
Wick
than
true,
the
4.
other way around,
John Wick
rather than
4.
the other way around.
yeah. Well, if it's true,
Wasn't that my argument? For
Why don't you? Are you calling him a liar? You calling? Her?
This is
Sorry,
top-
Stephanie.
This is a top critic.
That's Time Magazine.
That
Oh.
doesn't mean she's not an idiot. I don't know her reviews. I'm not familiar with this critic.
Have you seen the movie?
Like if I read a review by Armand White, I know he's an idiot. So I don't
Worse
take
yet,
anything he says
they're
seriously.
so
But it's
heavily
Time Magazine.
CGI
You think they're gonna hire an idiot?
that
Yeah,
they
of course,
come off
idiots
as
get hired.
extremely beautiful rather than thrilling or delightful.
Yeah, CGI. That's what I was worried about. The CGI looked pretty crazy in the trailers.
The damn thing is fun. Mangold may not have the young Steven Spielberg's musical flair or extravagant action choreography. Who does?
Peter Jackson.
But he is a tougher, leaner director using a tighter frame and keeping his camera close.
Well, why fat shame Spielberg? That's not nice.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That review literally just said the action sucked.
The
not good.
de-aging and other CGI manipulations of Ford's body only serve to demonstrate that Dial of Destiny just wants to turn back the clock instead of doing anything new.
And that's the one I was talking about right there. That's the one that was sticking out in my mind.
That's a positive?
Yeah, I mean, he's basically saying it just wants to be retro and not do anything new. That's not a negative.
Did you not like the last Blade Runner?
I didn't like either Blade Runner.
Okay.
What? All right, I walk away now.
Yeah, it's just different. Like I'd love his opinion because of that, because it's completely different. I think franchises need to do new things with their thing, especially by the fifth one.
Yeah, but it says it just wants to turn back the clock.
Yeah, I think that's a legitimate negative.
I think it's to a
that's-
detriment. Is my take from their. I mean, it's perception of someone's subjective opinion.
Yeah,
but that's my They're just trying to turn back the clock.
We'll all find out. We'll all find out on June 30th.
I'm not going to see this movie.
Well, you couldn't pay me to stay away from this movie.
$20.
No.
40,
way.
50,
Nope.
50,
So
100.
Nope.
I would pay you $100 right now, and you don't see them, and you wouldn't do it.
I'll take it.
Opening weekend.
200? No, shut up, Max.
Opening weekend.
No, I didn't mean that. Sorry.
300? No. I want this movie.
300.
No, I want this movie rolling before my eyes right now.
Damn.
I'm not going to wait a day longer than I have to.
$1,000.
I would no. I'm not going to pay that. I would actually pay 300.
My YouTube
300?
paycheck for this month, so you don't see Dial of Destiny until it gets to digital.
Oh God, absolutely not. Absolutely
Wow.
not. There's
I
no.
would totally
First of all,
take
even if you could talk me out of not seeing an opening weekend, there's no chance in hell I wait for digital for an Indiana Jones movie. I wouldn't wait for digital for a movie that I'm not that excited about, because big screen's the best way to see a movie. I'm going to see a movie on the big screen.
I respect that.
So let me understand this. This week we care what critics think.
I always care what critics think.
Really?
Always. I'm consistent about that. Yeah. I listen to critics. Like if you look at any critic's top 10, usually their top 10s are great. If you look at any of their bottom 10s, they're usually awful.
All
They're
right,
very consistent.
here's my thoughts on that, Brucifer. This is a movie that's extremely show friendly. Like, if there's a way to prop this up, they're going to do it, is my opinion. But they can't even do that for this one. That means it's extraordinarily bad.
There's no such thing as shills. There's no such thing as shills.
Oh, come on.
A shill, by definition, is paid to say something is good. That's what a shill is.
Not
And no professional
exactly
critic is
monetarily.
taking
You
a
could, be
paycheck.
paid, you could get paid in other ways.
Nah,
Access.
I don't buy it.
They
get access.
That's
no
why it's
matter what.
important.
They're
to listen
professional
to-
critics.
That's why it's important to listen to people in Time Magazine and stuff like that, because they already have that clout. It's like their whole thing is we need to keep that clout by being consistent and honest.
They're not access media.
Yeah.
Vince, I don't know what's rude, Jeffrey.
I think I jokingly told you to shut up. I didn't mean it. It was a joke.
Okay.
I apologized anyway.
Time out.
There are definitely shills. Degrassi says.
I've never seen one.
You might be one. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Gracie.
We have a few on the panel.
Okay. Harrison Ford finds a fitting end to one of cinematic's greatest action heroes and one of the most iconic roles of his career with this film. Indiana Jones, the Dial of Destiny's thrilling, action-packed swan song for the iconic character.
That's a good
Is
one.
he old enough to see it? I don't know. He looks like a teenager.
He looks like a kid.
Not a top critic.
Yeah. In a
Later.
vast step up from the muddled mess of Crystal Skull, and while it's not perfect with its uneven storytelling, it's not a bad end.
But is
Oh.
a C? He gave it a C. Is that really a bad movie?
Yes.
No.
What?
No,
A C?
C's
What?
not bad.
A C could go either way.
Well, I'm
Right,
telling you right
right.
now, a C is not going to get me out of the house to go see it.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
mean
I mean, I've
It's
seen
not
some-
bad.
Kids coming home as a C student,
Right.
like you're gonna brag to your family at Christmas. Yeah,
I mean, if you're a total failure, sure. but
Listen,
yeah.
listen. This is why it's not good enough. Almost 300 million for production of this movie, and you're
That's
getting
unbelievable.
C's. That is no. I'm not
it's
accepting
an
that.
Indiana
much is
Jones
BBS?
movie.
It doesn't
It's an
matter.
Indiana Jones
The amount
movie.
of money, the amount of money they
But-
put into this film is ridiculous.
To
That it's getting this.
refute your thumbnail, sir.
Yes.
Other than hiring people, what did it have to do with Kathleen Kennedy? Thank you very much.
This is all she had to do for the last few years.
Oh my god.
So
She did her job. She hired the
Did
right.
she
everyone,
write it? Did
everyone
she
loved-
direct it? Like Jesus
Everyone was
H.
hyped.
Christ, pile. Like
Everyone
what
was
the hell?
hyped.
I'm pretty sure she's why Phoebe Waller-Bridge is in it.
Everyone
That's
was
not a
hyped.
bad
Oh
thing.
Lord, have mercy.
Adding
About
talent
that.
is never a negative.
Talent. No,
Everyone
listen.
gave her
I'm not a
props
woman.
for
I'm
hiring
not.
Mangold.
I'm not a
Just
woman
because Phoebe
activist
Waller-Bridge
hater.
is in it, you're like,
no,
oh, Kathleen Kennedy's got it
I
out
don't
for her.
hate.
She
I
loves
don't
her.
hate. It's like a. No,
Dude,
I
what
don't.
is
I
wrong?
don't
Oh
hate
my
women.
God.
I don't. No, I don't hate women activists. But she keeps showing up, and that's another concern. The last
What are you
James Bond
talking
movie she
about?
was in was not good. Solo she was in it was not
Wait,
good.
Solo was great. Solo
Not
was
her
fantastic.
part. Not her
Solo,
part.
and I have seen a turnaround in people mentioning Solo more and more as like, yeah, that was one of
Yeah,
the good
but her
ones.
part
The
was
reception on that
And the
one's
last
improving.
and the last James Bond movie. I'm not a James Bond fan. I don't like any of the James
All
Bond
three.
movies.
Hey.
But the last James Bond movie got positive reviews. People liked that one.
There's an Englishman on the panel. Please.
I didn't, and I love James Bond. So yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah,
I
I don't
love,
think.
I love everything English.
I'm just stating I'm not a hater of her, but the things she's been involved with have all been bad lately in pop culture, and she
I
keeps
don't
showing
think
up.
so.
So
Voltaire,
what?
do you have any concerns with Phoebe Waller-Bridge?
I mean, I watched that Flea Bottom show. I mean, that she did. I mean, for what it is, it's like a English Sex in the City, pretty much.
But her recent contributions to you loved L3.
Oh
No,
yeah,
that
she
was
was great in Solo. She was
that was
the
the-
droid.
But
Yeah.
that was the writing, Max. That wasn't her. I mean, that
She
character
does
was-
the writing too
What?
in these projects. She helps with the writing with these projects too.
Well, that was just a whole dumb storyline of droid.
Yes.
I mean, that's just stupid.
She's like a writer and actress type
And then she
combination.
wanted to. She was in love with Lando Calrissian and thought they had a legitimate relationship. I mean, get the hell out of here. And I didn't mind Solo. I thought it was a decent film.
And I'm not. I don't
Yeah, it's one
hate
of the
her.
better
I
ones.
don't hate her. I'm just basing her off of her contributions to the projects have been pretty bad.
I
Look,
didn't
this
agree
is
with
gonna
that
be-
at all.
And then the lead up to this movie, where she gives the line, they already removed it because people think it's cringe.
Which one?
The capitalism line.
Oh, that's been removed from the movie.
No, that's been removed from the promotional trailers. They
Oh, really?
they reposted trailers and they just removed it. Ryan Kindle actually did a good job on that video. I'm like, oh wow.
They really?
Yeah, he proved
Wow.
it. Yeah.
Ryan
They were
Kindle,
going
good
after a
job
certain
as a
segment.
oxymoron.
They were going
Good
after a
job.
certain segment with that joke. I don't care what anyone says. They were clearly marketing to certain types of people. with
The
that.
same kind of people who liked L3 talking about droids' rights.
They're-
I don't think
right.
anyone like that.
Photons be free.
No, but she also contributes with sort of the script writing or whatever, and that's where some of this comes from. And I'm sorry, I don't hate her, but it's not. It doesn't give me
Okay.
a positive vibe.
Who would you hire?
I was looking it up. I
Indiana
just checked. I just checked. No Time to Die, the last Indiana Jones movie, got an 83% on Rotten
Of
Tomatoes.
course it
So if we're
did.
going by critic
Mm.
scores, and that's what you're
Mm.
pulling up as the evidence here
Mm.
for Indiana Jones, then the last project she was involved with was a success. Also, 88% verified audience score.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
But before you go off, that,
Boom.
I just want to say all this talk that she's going to get fired or she's got her days are numbered. This woman is not going anywhere. She's not leaving till she's damn good and ready. She's
Hell yeah.
untouchable.
Base.
And
I don't think if this is bombed, I don't think she's untouchable.
they can't do anything to her, and she knows it. That woman wields an ungodly amount of
The
power.
amount of money that was spent on
They-
this film, I think this might be it.
they also would never get rid of her because of the success she's had. And no matter what internet trolls want to say, she made the 2 highest grossing Star Wars movies of all time. She brought Star Wars to television. The Mandalorian's a hit. She's the producer of that. She's, you know, she's had unparalleled success despite people bitching on the internet.
So I don't agree with that, Joe. I understand your points. I mean, I personally, and I disagree with William when we were talking about this the other night. There's certain franchises, you put certain things out there, people are going to go see them. If we had been in the writer's room, we could have done a better job on Force Awakens, and it would have been $1 billion film. And
No, I don't think I could have done a better job.
well, take yourself out then, because I think me and a few people off the street who've never seen Star Wars could have written that better.
See, I adore Force Awakens and Last Jedi so much, I couldn't see those movies being any better.
Okay.
As a Skywalker, yeah, that could be better.
All right. Well, the thing is this also, it's undeniable that the plan for Disney was a movie every year, or at least one every year, just like Marvel had, and she failed. That's undisputed that that's a failure. You could say, yeah, she's had some successes here. Their goal was to make this like the MCU and have a movie every year. And they even had it mapped out for movies every year, didn't they? They announced a whole bunch of them. None of them got made. Not a one. And that's a failure. I don't care what I mean, I don't want to say I don't care. I understand your point, but to me, that's a failure. Now, she does have some hits. There's no question.
Can you say that the movie idea transferred into what they're doing with the TV, which I find a little more successful? And maybe she's just looking like she changed the plans. I wouldn't call it a failure. I guess, okay, to be fair, it is a failure, but I think it's a better plan in a weird way. I'm all for Star Wars and TV and video games over movies nowadays. Like, you can't tell that epic of a story in 2 hours anymore. Like, that's the problem. Because then they have to rush everything. You got Rise of Skywalker. So give me video games, give me shows.
So
Because
did it
it's
work
really
out?
movies are hard, man. Movies are really hard, especially for
did it
that
work out
universe.
to some extent? But look, Marvel's MCU is doing both. Perp, why can't
Well,
Star Wars do both?
That's true, but they got the stuff. Yeah, they got.
They're
the
slowing down though.
comics. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. When people say that, about the prerequisite material, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, bud. There is none.
Oh, I disagree.
Yes, there is Legends, but that is bullshit.
It's not canon.
Even Lucas himself didn't like that shit.
Yeah,
Lucas
everybody
approved
got
all of
jumped
that.
down her throat because she said there's no source material. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, there's source material." No, that's not source material. That's tie-in material.
But
It's
she
not
might not.
source
She might not have even realized they exist, though. That's
Not
how-
everything.
What does it
from the
fucking
comic
matter if
books-
she did or
not everything
not?
from the comic.
Lucas said that it's not canon. He hates
Yeah,
it.
but Christopher, not everything from the comic books is canon to the MCU either, is it?
They did it right. They did it
Well,
right.
that's
with
because
Star
the
Wars.
MCU is
The
a separate
MC
entity.
The MCU is a different universe than the comics. The comics are 616. So I forgot what they call the movies, but it's
Why
not
are
the
they?
comics.
If it's such BS, why are they drawing so much from it right now with Thrawn and all?
Yeah.
That's
But why
the
can't they
smart,
have the same
smart thing to
logic for
do.
the books? Why can't they have the same logic for Legends books from Star Wars too? That they draw what they want from it. I read those
Yeah.
books. There's a lot
And
of great
that's what
stories.
they've been doing. Have you
Yeah,
not
they're-
noticed?
Yeah, they've been
Now-
really smart about
now,
it.
Brian,
You scrap it all, and then you bring back only what works.
Right. I don't care that they scrapped it all, but they didn't start bringing back only what works till now. I mean, they've blown it.
That's not true. They've been doing that.
And
for
then you just
several
defended her
years
for
now.
saying there's no source material. And now you guys are saying there is source material.
No,
and there
no,
is-
it's not. It's not source material. It's tie-in material.
It's
But
supplementary
that
material.
doesn't mean you can't use it. And but let's face
It
it, the
supplements the
EU
She didn't
story.
even
It's
acknowledge it because I don't
was
even think she knew
terrible.
it existed.
Okay, no. Oh God, Max.
How did she not know it existed? She was the one who took it from canon.
Wait,
She was
wait,
the one who
wait,
said this
Joe.
doesn't count anymore.
Wait, great Joe, but I've got like
It was never canon.
I've got a quotation that sums up Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy, you have failed this universe.
But she hasn't.
She hasn't.
She's given us more good Star Wars than George Lucas did.
Yeah, that's your argument. That's your
Facts.
You hurt my heart.
That is a
That's
cold
the
hard
majority,
fact.
to be honest. You have to acknowledge you're in the vast majority of people who think that she's provided better Star Wars than George Lucas has.
I don't think that at all. I think the general public thinks that, but
I'm dying.
loud people on Twitter and the internet
I am
disagree.
absolutely dying. Better Star Wars than George Lucas?
Yes.
George
yes.
Lucas gave us 3 good Star Wars movies.
And the rest
6.
were trash.
2.5.
Exactly.
Anything that he directed himself
6 in Clone Wars.
was trash.
Exactly.
Well, he's not the
Better
best.
than
at
trash.
this. He's creative.
I'm
you're
dying
saying-
here.
Wait, you're
His
saying Revenge of the
wife
Sith
saved
was
the first
trash?
one.
No.
About
Yeah,
the
that's
only
true.
one out of
Revenge
the
of the
three.
Sith was trash.
One
Oh,
of
Bruce,
three.
at first stop
One
It
of
was.
three.
Revenge of the
Love that
Sith was
movie.
the best
Crucifer?
prequel, but it's still not great.
This close, bro. This close. I don't even know if I could be friends with you after that one. Revenge
Come
of the
on.
Sith is trash.
It's not good.
Oh my god, it's an amazing film. I love that movie.
What?
That's one of the most rewatchable Star Wars movies out there.
Okay, there's kind of a fact in Crazy Joe. More hours of quality Star Wars has come from Kathleen Kennedy than George Lucas.
Exactly.
Thank you, Vin.
Hours.
And I would even
Yes,
argue the original
quality
trilogy.
hours.
I love the original trilogy. That didn't even all come from George Lucas because
Quality
Richard
hours?
Marquand and Erwin
Irvin
Kershner directed those
Kershner.
movies.
God damn it. George Lucas cannot direct. Everybody knows this.
He's
Even
still
the
a
actors.
universe he created. Yes,
He
had
doesn't
a lot
have
of
to.
help. Yeah,
Yeah,
had a lot of help.
he needs to Feige the thing.
And anyone who
he
follows
didn't want to
anyone
like
who's read the
that.
history of Star Wars knows that it was Marshall Lucas that saved Star Wars.
Yeah,
and
his
we
wife.
know. We know this. But he still to minimize what the impact he had on Star Wars is kind of silly, though.
Yeah.
Yes, he had a lot of help.
No,
he's
it's the
different-
Roddenberry
if you look at his past films, like THX is a slow pace. Like he does the slow pace thing. Star Wars was like speed when it came to the editing and all that stuff. That was not that's not his voice technically, in my opinion, my personal opinion. You
It's
know?
it's the Roddenberry effect.
Yeah.
Gene
I don't think
Roddenberry
anyone's
created
saying he's
Star
a
Trek,
great
but he
director,
didn't
by the
create
way.
the best Star Trek.
Yeah,
No,
nobody's
he did
saying he's a
not.
great director.
That'd be Rick Berman.
I mean, he's the creative behind it, and he's
Even though
the,
he was a dick.
I love THX, to be fair, too. I love when he does the slow pace stuff. Like I dug that, and it didn't translate when he tried to do it with Star Wars. That's why you got the prequels.
And again,
All right.
he didn't want to direct a lot of the time. Remember, famously he tried to have David Lynch direct Return of the Jedi.
He quit the Directors Guild, so he couldn't have anybody direct for him.
These
other than the
hot
guy that
takes
was
are-
wasn't part of the Directors Guild.
They're hot takes, man.
These hot
Thank
takes
God,
are
it's not
killing me
boring
tonight.
ass takes like every other.
And you know, and partially my thing with it is also, and I'm going to be completely honest, is I don't like the story they took. I don't like what they did to Luke Skywalker. I think it's terrible. They destroyed the character, and I don't like that. So I'm biased in that regard because I do think that Rian Johnson's a fine director. I think he's one of the worst writers I've ever seen in my life. The man should not be allowed to write anything. But he's
See, and I disagree because I think he didn't go far enough. I thought Luke is primed to go dark side. He's primed to question his shit with how badly he was trained and the stuff he was doing in
The
return.
story could have been told better, though. I feel like
Yes,
I wouldn't.
sure.
I agree. Him going dark is not the problem. The way they did it.
Yes,
was
The way they
problem.
executed it.
Sure.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
part
okay.
and part of that part of the blame on that is J.J. Abrams and how he handled that first film and what he did and what he left for him. You know what I mean? But again, that's
There was no plan, basically.
That's
Let's
not
put it
true.
He offered him
That's
a
not true.
layup.
There was a plan.
JJ.
There was a
There's
plan.
so many
JJ
things.
changed the plan and then came out and publicly said there was no plan. And it's like, no, there was a plan. You changed the plan.
well, what do you mean? So you're saying he's lying when he says that there was no plan?
Oh, yeah, we know there was a plan. We know there's a plan. The plan was he hands it off to Rian Johnson. Johnson hands it off to Colin Trevorrow. And if you read Colin Trevorrow's script for his episode 9, it's a cohesive trilogy that makes sense. But then he threw out Trevorrow's script and started from scratch. So it was JJ who destroyed the plan and then told the press, oh, there was no plan.
So the
No, there
plan was,
You
I'm going
ruined
to
the
do
plan.
something and then give it to you so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
So
but it was all mapped out. If you look, that's why Last Jedi flows perfectly from like Force Awakens and Last Jedi. They're two parts of a whole, and they make sense. They make thematic sense. But then you get to the next one, and it all falls apart because
the first two were so crappy, they had to try to do a Hail Mary.
Oh, Lord have
no,
mercy.
the first two were great.
Vince,
Okay,
I agree with
I
you.
will
Kathleen
say,
Kennedy
I
is the
will,
best.
All
I
right,
will
Brian,
say,
One second,
Agreed.
guys.
Agreed.
go with babyface. Come on.
Face Brian.
okay, first off, okay, The Last Jedi is a goddamn good movie. First off, the what thing they did that was most important thing they could have ever done with Star Wars is make the Force for everyone.
Well, wasn't it always?
You seem like
Yes, but it pointed it out in that movie, and everybody had
Exactly.
to freak out about it. So
Yeah,
it's like, you
and-
know what, dude? Why did we get on the internet? Because of the last goddamn Jedi.
Anti-religion.
What? Oh my god.
Do you
can't
hit your
have-
head
you
this
can't have-
morning,
you can't
dude? Like, Oh my goodness.
Anti-woman too, because it's a Force is
Oh
female.
my God.
Trying to get on here. You can't have the one, the Messiah in your religion. Like
I gotta
like
order one
Luke.
of those Forces female.
Now
shirts.
everyone's special. It's like participation awards. I'm going full anti-SJW. I'm just kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke. I was joking, everyone. Oh my
Broom
God.
Boy at the end was the best part of the whole movie.
Are you
Why?
serious,
because
bro?
The Force is
Broom Boy?
for everyone.
Broom Boy?
Yeah, absolutely.
In Revenge
He's gonna
of the Sith
study
is
with
mad.
Ray. He's gonna
I
study
didn't
with
say
Ray in
that.
that
My
new
dear
movie.
Lord. Holy
I didn't
shit.
say that.
I hope we
You
get
almost
Broom Boy
stabbed
in those
yourself
new
in the
movies.
eye. Karma, buddy.
I hope his name is Broom. In the Ray,
He's
the School of Ray movie.
We might as well finish these reviews. There's only so many left.
Because I read the Canto Bite Tales and I knew what happened.
You read the Canto Bite Tales?
As a matter of fact, I did. I watched. Dude,
I feel
read all
sorry
the books
for you.
up to the
You will believe a
Rise of
Canto can bite.
Skywalker. Why? Because I wanted to take in the full experience of Star Wars. But you lazy assholes just sit there and go, "Oh man, Star Wars was shit."
Matt,
Sorry, I mean to call you an asshole.
Move on. Highlight Mark Piatsky's comment. That's a really good comment, actually.
Wait, what?
Mark Piscati. Sorry, Mark.
Oh.
Butchering your last name.
On the reviews?
Well, whatever. I'll read it.
This
If
one
Kathleen
here.
Kennedy throws enough Star Wars stuff against the wall, okay, something is going to stick. She has thrown countless ideas. George Lucas has thrown under 10 things. Well, that's true.
Yeah, but they've all stuck.
Oh my
Other,
gosh. How
other
many-
than,
Oh,
other than
here, I
Rise
didn't
of
see it. Okay.
Skywalker, other than Rise of Skywalker, they were all good. So
Did you really want to see more Metachlorians?
yeah, no, that's what
Yeah.
Lucas wanted to do.
They tossed his
Yes.
treatment, dude. Tossed it. Why? Because
They
it was
lost it.
They shouldn't have just tossed it. They should have wiped their ass with it.
Okay, well, yeah, that's ridiculous. His treatment
because it was horrible.
No, it was great.
What?
All right. It's
I gotta read this thing.
We can't.
And-
we can no longer
and-
have a good
okay.
conversation about this.
All right, before I continue, I need to get high. I'll be back.
Yeah. What the hell, man?
Based.
Same. Oh God.
reading
This
a
thing got anything
novel to
left in it?
explain a film doesn't make the film good. I like this, Mark. Biscatti.
Oh, it's also you're not taking in the full experience of Star Wars then either.
No, if
It's like not watching Rebels and complaining about who's this Ahsoka chick.
no
Which
It's
I
like
have
watching-
done.
Not
No,
like watching
entertainment
fucking Clone
should-
Wars and saying
entertainment
if you don't
should have
take in the
its
supplemental
own
material,
legs. It
that's
shouldn't
your
be
fault.
It shouldn't be
I'm sorry.
reliant on the.
No,
it,
that's being lazy.
It shouldn't be reliant on the
They
supplemental.
gotta shove every little
Well,
tiny piece in there
I
for
agree
a
with
4-hour
that.
movie,
sense.
right?
It shouldn't rely on supplemental stuff to
I
make
agree with
sense
that,
and flow.
but the only one you
supplemental
need the supplemental
material builds
material
it
for
up.
is Rise of Skywalker, and that's the only one that's garbage.
All right. Well,
But still better than the prequels.
Again, I
Well,
respect you
novelization
guys'
was better.
opinions that you love these movies. I strongly
I-
disagree. Obviously, I respect your opinions. Whatever.
I respect them too.
I disagree like hell, but that's the whole point. It's
Yeah.
okay. I just feel like that's
See,
the whole
me-
point.
See,
Star Wars-
I'm not even being toxic. I think Crazy Joe's being toxic.
Nobody's being toxic.
No
People
one's
talk
being
about it.
toxic.
You should wipe
Kennedy
your
is very
ass with
angry.
George Lucas's script.
Oh,
or
yeah.
treatment. I
Yeah?
didn't say it about Kathy. You know, I'm the.
Well,
I'm
that's
the-
because she writes the
That's
good
true.
material.
Oh, for fuck's
The
sake.
shit
That's true. Max could hate Kathy in the same way.
I don't hate her. I don't hate her. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed.
Your words and actions beg to differ, but that's
I
okay.
don't hate her. I don't.
Let's
think
see
she
that
does a good
thumbnail
job.
again.
Next topic.
No more excuses. Exactly. I think this is. I think if this bet does bad at the box office
It's
and people
Indiana
don't show up,
Jones.
there's not going to be any more
It's not
excuses.
going to be
for
bad
it.
at the end box office.
What do you
Indiana
think the box
Jones,
office
dude.
on it will be?
I think it's not going to pass.
Even if
650.
it fails,
300.
it'll only be her second
No,
failure.
I don't think it's going to pass 650. I think maybe even the
Dude,
under
I think
600.
400. It's going to be mid 400s.
Willow
let's
is a
let's say
failure
it.
too, and
Let's
that's
say
her
it bombs. Let's say it bombs.
I
The only
think
other
the
one that
second
bombed was Solo.
the
So it's
second
not
we
like
get. All right, here's my prediction.
She's
gonna
had
go-
L's, Crazy Joe. You can't look at Willow. Willow, nobody even watched. Nobody knows what Willow is. It's been
But
taken off.
guys, once again, that's not her fucking fault. She didn't
She's
write the
still in
story. She didn't
charge.
direct them.
She hired the people.
And let's be honest, the original Willow
proved
wasn't that
everything.
good
Okay, so-
either.
If a
Yeah.
football team doesn't,
I'm
if
cra-
a-
Have you ever worked for somebody before?
yes,
She's making all the
Do
right.
they let
dude,
you do your own thing and
Well,
then
there's
come
so-
by and go, "Oh, hey, what are you guys
There's
doing?"
such a magnifying glass on this lady
Oh my
because,
Lord,
dude, this every project from every producer ever is a crapshoot. Like the fact, like she is a successful producer. Not everything's going to hit. There's no producer that you can give Star Wars to, and everything's going to be a hit. No, like it's like and she's been making the right moves. Even with this Indiana Jones, Mangold was the right move. Everyone agreed. Mangold's a great move. She does her job well.
George Lucas produced the original Willow. George Lucas was the producer of the original. It bombed. So George Lucas failed with Willow.
Yes. And she's giving you what you want. Everyone wanted a Willow thing. That's so cool when it first was announced. Oh, yeah, Willow. That's great. That's great. She was doing something for fans, and it bombed again.
And she greenlit it and let it go. She shouldn't have. She fires other people when it's bad. You guys can't like say that it all comes. She's the boss. Okay, that's the whole thing about being the boss.
Yes.
At some point, it comes. You're the head of the snake.
And she keeps the same people around, but fires others, like Jonathan Kasdan.
But then again,
Solo didn't work for a lot of people.
Star Wars movies
that's not true.
This is what happened to anyone. I'm telling you, this would happen to anyone when it comes to Star Wars movies.
So listen, she keeps hiring the same people like Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Jonathan Kasdan did both wrote Solo and Willow. But here's my prediction for Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny box office. This is worldwide. 600 to 650 million. And the second weekend drop off at least 60%.
That's a lot.
Once the word of mouth gets out that it's not good. So that's my prediction. And I think it could be worse than that. Honestly.
I think if it's gonna bank, it's gonna be worldwide. I think domestically this thing is not tracking. I don't see hype for it.
No, it's
gonna be huge.
Domestically, right. I don't see it.
I will
worldwide maybe.
All right, what's your box office prediction? Crazy Joe.
I don't do numbers. My prediction is big hit. That's my prediction.
It's 300 million box office. So what's a
numbers are my strong point.
300 million.
Numbers are my strong point. I don't do math.
Okay.
Well,
it's going to be a hit.
I don't do math, but it's a hit. Okay.
Yeah, it's Indiana Jones. It can't fail. It can't fail. Do you know how many people who don't go out? It's going to do the Top Gun. It's going to get the Top Gun crowd.
I think you think exactly like executives, and that's the problem.
Yeah. No, the executives are usually right. That's how they got their job.
It can't fail. That's. I think executives are naive. It's this. It's good. We can do whatever. It's gonna succeed. I think that's a big mistake in Hollywood.
No, not with
that's my biggest issue with Hollywood. You know, besides not finishing stories. Voltaire, do you think it's a little naive like executives think it can't fail? It can't fail. It's just going to make funny. I think that's a big mistake when you make a project.
Yeah, I do think so.
Yeah,
I agree with that. So you don't think Guardians currently is at like 660 million, I think.
That's good.
Yeah, no, that's Guardians. So you don't think it's going to hit that? You think it's going to be somewhere that's going to be total?
It's no way going to be near Guardians.
No, it's not going to have the cinema score. If based on,
I'll be back.
Okay. All right, babyface. Based.
I think Little Mermaid's going to dunk on this thing.
Yeah.
I think Little Mermaid will dunk on it too. That's got a much broader audience, I think.
Yeah, a young, energetic performer against an old man that's CGI'd and grumpy. I mean, that's the other thing that got me is like, oh, I can't do this. Because I saw images in the review on IGN where he's like drinking in his lazy chair. He's grumpy at work being a teacher.
He's like 8 years old.
And he's upset with he's upset with his life. And then he has his goddaughter come around and tell him, and push him around.
Like India somehow turns into a drunk guy passing out on his easy chair.
Yeah, what happened to his wife? What happened to his son? I don't want to see
what happened to the girls in the class trying to hit on him. Like, I mean,
he's an old man. That would be creepy as hell if the old women.
Yeah, well, he's still might be going out on the town or something. But
there's still men that have.
Take your nap, old man.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge because you're going to have all these people who don't even go to the movies anymore that are going to be like, it's Indiana Jones. I'm going.
I don't think people care about Indiana Jones.
So Crystal Skull made 800 million. Is it? You think it's going to match? Crystal
I don't think. No.
Nope.
No, it probably won't match Crystal Skull.
Crystal
but that's because the box office
also had the anticipation of the next Indiana Jones film after The Last Crusade.
And Shia was hot in 2008. Very
And,
hot.
and he had more spry in his step, and it had a better cast.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I had Shia LaBeouf. Like
And
literally.
who was Hela in Thor Ragnarok? What's their actress's name?
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett was in it.
Yeah, but it also
Yeah,
had
she was a
Shia.
cool
It
villain.
also had someone come back from the old trilogy, Marion.
But this one has Sala coming back.
Yeah.
And as John Rhys Davies pointed out,
That'll
all
put
the best
some
Indiana
sliders.
Jones movies have Sala in them.
Okay. All right.
I wonder if it breaks 650 million.
Man, I don't even. I think this is 400. I think it's gonna be like.
Yeah.
Next topic.
It's safe and sad ending for a
Yeah,
series
that's
that once provided itself on big escapades and larger than life emotions. Dial of Destiny shows that some relics should stay buried.
Ooh, Brucifer. Do you care about Indiana Jones in general?
Safe. There you go.
Brucifer. I want to know if Brucifer cares about Indiana.
He's probably
Jones.
not even going to see it.
I want to watch it.
Oh, okay.
Just to spite Max.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, why didn't they put Short Round in this
Hey.
movie? Barry makes a good point. Why isn't he in this movie?
Yeah, that would have been great. That would have been something fun.
I bet you they regret it after he had that comeback in
No
every-
short round, but you got Phoebe Waller-Bridge talking about capitalism.
Maybe he is in it.
Yeah, man, they dropped the ball not having short round, especially after that dude won.
Listen,
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
keep
right.
saying it didn't make me cringe, but it made a lot of people cringe. I don't hate women. I love women.
No, but yeah, here's the funny thing.
but-
Guys. First Han Solo, now Indiana.
Yeah, he
Indiana
can't.
Jones.
That's
Who said
exactly
he's
right.
Who
Man,
said he's divorced?
they.
Maybe she
What are you
died.
talking about?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything say he was divorced.
Right,
He's,
Bruce was right.
he's
He could
on
be- he
his
could be a
chair
widow or
drinking.
depressed.
There's no family around.
That doesn't mean he's divorced. She
He
could be
died.
dead.
They're gonna give her. Yeah, they're gonna give her a sad. He's sad Indy.
And so yeah,
Emo
that can
Indy.
drive a man to drink if his love of his life died. That makes sense.
All right.
And that worked out very well in the Rocky movies. As
All
great,
right.
much as we loved Adrian, they killed Adrian
We're-
off, and
we got to finish because we don't want to
good
lose
story.
Bruce for here.
I wonder what the reason of his divorce is. It's not like he's like the plot's probably gonna be I don't do
No,
adventures
and
anymore.
Him,
Like,
him being a young adventurer and getting old—that's a reason to drink by itself. You can't, you can't move around. You can't go adventuring anymore. So
That's true. That's a take.
Yeah, I think I heard he was divorced. DeGrassi seems to say he's heard it too. I think I did hear something about divorce.
It seemed like that to me. Okay.
I haven't heard it stated anywhere that he's divorced.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny may not be the funnest film of the franchise, but it's far from the worst. This is supposed to be positive.
That's quite a review. That's quite
It's 6
positive.
out of 10.
Far
It's
from the
solid,
worst.
It's solid entertainment with a legendary
Far from
character
the
riding off
worst.
the sunset one final time.
See,
Far from the worst.
Yeah, that sounds positive.
Yeah, sure.
Barely.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is a bold, bright, and blazingly fun reunion with our favorite. Now, this is what you call a shill / film.
No, come on. Slash film's legitimate in my eyes.
8 out of 10. No, this is the highest review I've seen. 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slash film, I
kidding.
do like Slash film, but they haven't been as good since Peter Soretta sold them.
Oof, look
An
at that variety.
improvement on the excrement Crystal Skull. And I like Crystal Skull, but James Mangold's exhumation of the Spielberg adventure serial is both tame and unnecessary.
Okay, that's bullshit right there.
Well, you don't
Why?
know.
You haven't seen the movie.
No, yeah, but you can't call a movie unnecessary. As soon as you call a movie unnecessary, I call bullshit because no movie's
That's true.
necessary.
I'm
My
with
two
you with
biggest criticisms: a movie is unnecessary, no movie's necessary, and my second is nobody asked for it.
Yes. I
Yeah,
agree
we don't
with
get
you.
movies
Based.
because people ask for it.
No.
We get them because
That's such a
people have an
stupid
idea.
cliche. Yeah.
Yeah,
Based.
the
A
joke
film
is that-
nobody asked for.
Yeah.
The jokes, the zest, and the exuberance just aren't there. So instead of a joyous send off our beloved here, we get a depressing reminder of how much livelier his past adventures were.
Yeah, that's a non-chill critic.
Man,
BBC doesn't care.
The problem, you know what the problem
Yeah,
is?
that might
Is
be
that
cool.
I see all these reviews. I see that in the trailer. I see it.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. You see it when you look at the trailer. Oh, that's what's really. You're right. You're right, Perp. That's
Well
what's
said.
really hitting me home is when you look at the trailer and you have concerns, and then you read these lines.
That trailer's really good, though.
No, it's not.
Are you
It
kidding?
looks
Oh
like
my
a CGI
god!
mess to me.
I
gotta
sent
be
you.
honest.
I got such a huge nerd boner from that trailer.
You got a
Hey,
boner from
hey,
that's the
crazy,
first
crazy
problem.
Yeah.
It reminded me of
It
Justice
looks like an ad for Cialis. What are you talking about boners?
It does a little bit.
I don't
Yeah,
even know what Cialis is. So.
Or testosterone treatment.
Ooh, that Italian blood right there.
No, but Max,
Yeah.
the CG reminded me of Justice League.
Cialis a skin
Just
cream
putting
or
that out
something?
there.
I don't
No.
know, Joe. Ask Max. He has it.
It's when you can't get it up anymore and you take a pill for it.
No, that's Viagra.
There's
Also,
two.
Cialis does the same thing.
Yeah.
I
That's
never heard of Cialis.
unobtainium.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, Joe. You don't need to know about those things. Congratulations, bud. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Cialis and Coke go very well together.
Oh, these tips are not known by the Movie Madness Entertainment Channel. And are solely the opinions of Bruce for his party lifestyle.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, I'm the one that was blowing 12 guys in an alleyway to see Batgirl earlier.
Oh,
Wait, what?
You missed the chat today. You were sleeping.
What?
read the chat.
I said I'm
Max.
so desperate to see the Batgirl movie, I'd blow
We're-
12 guys in an alleyway.
We're gonna get
Joe, come on.
demonetized.
Oh,
And
Talk
little
about,
movie perks say
show
he'll blow
media.
11 guys.
I said
thought
we'll
so.
talk at 11. I wouldn't do 12.
That's the opposite of
I
show.
mean,
They're
I
not
wanna
paying me.
see-
I'm paying them
I
with my mouth.
Good God
what the
Almighty.
hell is
Oh
going
my
on?
God!
You're a father, man. Come
Why
on.
don't you demonstrate it while you're at it?
No.
no.
Come to
Where-
too many games.
God,
Jesus.
should
Now I'm
I stay home
concerned.
now?
I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I
think I
want
should
to
stay home.
Batgirl, but I'm not that bad.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
exactly.
What would
Okay,
you do
I
for a
don't-
clown dog bar?
This is a big bombastic movie that goes through the motions but never finds much joy in the process. Despite John Williams' hardworking score continuously pushing our nostalgia buttons and trying to convince us we're on a wild ride.
Hollywood Reporter.
The
No
action.
show.
The action doesn't sound fun, man.
Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny is a
keep dreaming,
beautiful,
Victor.
eager,
You can
but
keep
ultimately rather joyless piece of nostalgic hokum. There's some genuinely moving scenes. And look, even the regular tomatoes are 3 out of 5. The only one I saw was 8 out of 10.
Well,
was
3 out of 5 is a solid score.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Miss
for
Titmarsh.
300 million.
Miss
For
Titmarsh only gave it a 3.
for a movie that's projected at 300 million just for production, no, that's not good enough.
No, that's what are you talking about?
There are some genuinely moving scenes as we see this fantastic character finally getting ready to hang up his hat for the last time. Thanks, Indy. It's been quite a ride.
We still
That's
reading review
nice.
scores?
One could feel the 4
An hour
credits.
in.
I know.
It's the
Oh,
subject.
damn! I'll have to be fast.
He's going
One
all
could
in.
feel the 4 credited screenwriters grasping it as inspiration and coming up short. What they did manage to make would be perfectly fine as a standalone adventure film starring some other character, but it's not worthy of the whip. Vanity Fair. The good news is that it's not as poor as Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The bad news is it's not much better.
That's quite a
See,
review.
and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is great. So you're saying
Yeah,
it's
that's
better than a
positive.
great movie.
If you join him for the ride, it feels like a fitting goodbye to cinema's favorite grave robber. We're almost done. Yesterday belongs to us. Someone says at one point, and when it comes to Indiana Jones, yesterday always will. The problem is that already did, and today feels like a complete waste of time.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yikes.
See what I
Indy
mean?
Wire.
See what I mean?
They
Well,
only
Indy
like
Wire is
indie
kind of
movies.
pretentious, yeah. Harrison
Independent.
Ford is the hero of the hour. He never loses either his scowl or his dodginess. He plays even the flimsiest scenes with conviction, dry humor. His performance carries the movie. It's still a
That's
3 out of
cool.
5.
That's good though.
3 out of 5 is not good. It's just
Yes, it
barely
is.
passing.
No, I'm saying
That is good.
read what it said. It
Yeah,
said that he
okay.
needs to, and that's always been a concern with Harrison Ford, whether he's gonna like.
The Daily
Phone it in.
Telegraph. It ultimately feels like a counterfeit of priceless treasure. The shape and the gleam of it might be superficially convincing for a bit, but the shabbier craftsmanship gets the more glaring the longer you look.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
What?
Indiana Jones still has a certain old school class. 3 out of 5. All right, I've had enough.
So we didn't
Yeah.
hear anything there that sounded that
Yeah.
bad.
Nothing that sounded good.
Sounded good to
I
me.
heard it seems
Sign me
like
up.
the action is very underwhelming.
Really? They all owned by the same company? I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah.
See, I'm more
Did they all
interested
give
in
it a bad
story than
review?
action.
Degrassi, did they all give it a bad review? Are we gonna do conspiracy?
I don't know.
All I
Well-
can say is that was a really long topic for an hour.
I agree.
Yes, you're
And
right.
For a
and
movie he's never gonna watch.
I'm gonna watch it eventually. I'm just not. Unless here's the only way I'll see it is if my wife looks at the trailer and says, "Let's go see that," and I'm like, "All right."
Why
But-
wouldn't you just go see it? Because it's Indiana Jones.
Because
it's Indiana Jones.
no, she likes she liked the Crystal. I mean, we went with her and her parents to see Crystal Skull. I fell asleep the second time.
So are you're gonna let the critics keep you away from this movie?
It's because when I listen, I don't always
Trailer.
let reviews impact me.
Kathleen Kennedy.
But when you
Yes.
see the criticisms and then you look at the trailer, it's matching all my concerns.
Yeah,
So I'm
but
just like,
what happens if you watch the movie when it comes to Disney Plus and you think it's great?
Then I'll be happy.
Yes, but you forever squandered your opportunity to see that movie on the big screen.
This is not like
Not forever.
I mean, hopefully somebody has a revival screening someday, but
Yeah, like an
You
indie
know-
festival, you know? They do
yeah,
that.
like take. But then again, you got to ask the question: if a movie is not a big box office success,
okay,
why
figure
is somebody
throwing.
going to
I
screen
will
it?
stay away from his Kool-Aid. Yes.
You know, this
Yeah.
is a movie channel, but nobody watches movies in the theaters. Just saying.
I watch movies in the theaters. I just
What's the last movie you watched in the theaters?
What did I go see?
For me, it was
I
a
can't
drive-in
remember.
screening of the Muppet movie and the Muppets.
Oh,
this
Guardians
past
3.
weekend.
Guardians 3.
Oh, yeah. I saw Guardian 3 too.
For me, it was
And Little
Endgame.
Mermaid. And you're going to see Little Mermaid in the theater, right, Max?
I want to, yeah. My
You
niece
want
just
to?
didn't
Oh,
get
yeah,
back
good
to
enough.
me. And my wife, I'm hoping to see it. If they don't get back to me, me and my wife are probably just going to go on our own to see it.
See, I'll never understand not seeing a movie in the theater because what's the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario, it's not good.
But here's the thing, Crazy Joe. I think let's examine this. I think a lot more people are like me right now. You're not going to go to the movie theater for average anymore. It's got to be really
Yeah,
good.
but you don't know if it's average till you get out of the
I mean,
movie.
you could get little clues.
I
It
mean,
goes
I'll
like,
sit through pure shit in the theater
Rem-
because
re-
what did I
remem-
lose? I come
remember-
out and I go, oh, that wasn't so good. Who
Remember
cares?
Elaine and Spongeworthy? This is not theater worthy for me.
See, everything's theater worthy.
I mean, what do you think, Voltaire? Do you see this kind of being more the case with us older fans?
I feel like a lot
if
of people don't want to mix with the animals in the theater. No,
well, and it has to be very good to drag you to the theater, right?
right.
Well, I mean, what would
Nothing beats the
what would it
theater.
take for them to bring you into this movie, Voltaire? What would it take for you to see it
For
here?
Indiana Jones?
The trailer you'd have to feel better about the trailer, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the perception would have to be better, right? To get you.
I gotta go to the movies at least once a week, and sometimes there's nothing out I want to see, and I have to look for things to see because I need to be in that theater. I need the smell of the popcorn. I need the feel. There's nothing like being in that. The magic of that theater, the magic of that darkened theater, nothing beats that. And it's like I'd rather watch a shit movie in the theater. I'd rather watch a good movie in the theater. There's nothing. Whenever people say, is this something you can wait for streaming? My answer is no. No. If you want to see it, you got to see it in the theater.
I agree.
For every movie?
Yes, absolutely.
Everything.
Absolutely. I get pissed off when they make movies direct to streaming because I'm like, now I'm not going to get to see that. I was so lucky that I got invited to a screening of Weird, the Al Yankovic story, because I would have hated if my first time watching that was on TV.
I actually disagree. I think there's some movies that work better when they feel more personal. Not every movie. So, I think of a movie like yeah, or like a movie like Ghost Story. Like I feel like that would have been ruined by a theater experience. Like the way I saw that movie at home and the experience I got from that and the connection I made because I was home watching this movie about a ghost haunting a house. It was just a.
I mean, I think people are more selective when they go to the theater. They want a really good experience. They don't want to average people. And the amount of money that are put into these movies, I'm tired of excuses for like $250, $300 million productions being average.
But look at Solo. Solo bombed.
Yes.
If I like was listening to the crowd that was saying I'm not going to go see that, I wouldn't have seen Solo in the big screen.
Yeah.
And then it comes on Disney Plus, or it was on Netflix first because that was before Disney Plus. Movie's great. People saw the movie. People are like, all these people who skipped it in the theater watched it, and they're like, "Hey, that was good." And it's like, guess what? You squandered your opportunity to see it on the big screen. You're not going to see it on the big screen now because that opportunity passed you by. And what else? Now you've seen it online, and you're like, "I like this," but there will never be a sequel because it didn't make enough. So it's the fact that you like it now is irrelevant because you didn't support it when it was out. And if you did, you would have liked it because you like it now, but you didn't give it the chance. It drives me crazy. It's happening now with Shazam 2. Shazam 2 premiered on HBO Max today. I'm seeing all these people that didn't see it in the theater.
You're saying people have Shazam 2 regrets?
Yeah,
Yes.
because I'm seeing today people watching it on HBO for the first time because it
I don't
debuted
think
on
it's that good.
it debuted on Max today.
I don't think Solo or Shazam 2 is that good to be like, man, that was so good. I wish I would have saw it in the theater.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I'm seeing now people are going, "Hey, Shazam 2 was good" because they watched it on Max today, and it's like, been telling you that for a couple months now.
Would you see it in the theater, Joe? 4 times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now make that 5 for him.
I saw it 3 times in theaters.
Wow.
I mean,
How many movies you seen in the theater, Bruce, for like a month, you think?
Well, this month I saw Guardians. I saw Guardians. I saw Shazam 2. I saw what else did I see? Black Adam, Wakanda.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What about Avatar?
What about you, Perp? Do you see a lot of movies in the theater?
I'm starting to again during the
Yeah.
virus thing. I did not. The first Avatar 2 was the first time I went back to the theater. I haven't stopped since. So
Okay.
I'm coming back to it.
See, I was back in the theaters as soon as movies were back in the theaters. I was so excited about
That's awesome.
Unhinged, the Russell Crowe movie Unhinged, because the producers were determined. They were like, we want to be one of the first movies back in theaters. And I'm like, shit, I'm supporting that with my dollars. And I went out, and that was a good movie.
That's great. I like Unhinged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting movie.
All right.
I like
Well,
cartoons.
The
we
Pope's
should-
Exorcist is much better, starring what's his name?
Let's do
Jamie
something
Wayans.
positive after all that. Let's do something positive.
I thought that was a positive debate. You know,
Okay.
everyone
That's
respecting everyone's opinion, right?
Yeah.
I don't respect anyone.
So on to the next topic.
The Flash.
Okay, yeah, we could talk about the Flash. Is there reactions up?
Yeah, reactions are out for the Flash. People have seen it, but they've only seen 2 versions of it.
No,
The
apparently,
cinema
there's
con-
only one.
There's
They're
one.
only showing the
cinema
not the-
conversion.
Yes, they're not showing the final cut, contrary to what people are saying online.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
My
bring this up.
my friend saw it and gave me all the spoilers, and it sounds awesome. It sounds
Okay,
awesome.
so we have some scoop wars going on between Casey Walsh and Sil. Big surprise. They don't like each other. We're not getting into the whole, I don't take sides either one, whatever.
I love him. Hilarious.
Yes. So there's some scoop wars about the ending. Flash ending. Let's get to that first. So
One thing I don't understand about this whole scoop war between
Yeah.
these two,
yeah,
why don't they block each other?
They are blocked. That's the thing.
Casey,
It's a
Casey
feedback
Walsh
loop.
is
I
blocked.
see. Somebody sent them. Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I know the people that send it to Casey Walsh.
Yeah.
Without
the
saying
same
any
peop-
names. Without
the
saying,
same
I'm not bringing up old stuff. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Listen, we know when people are blocked, people send you things. This is
Let's put it like that. Yeah.
okay. So the Flash movie, 2 different cuts were shown today, by the way. The unfinished CinemaCon cut and also the final cut was shown for some. Heard from multiple in both groups, both dig the film ultimately. Final cut confirmed all I've reported. And Casey Walsh says lies. Every screening saw the same version. I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying Sill's correct, but how the hell does he know every single screening was the same version either?
Exactly.
So
Doesn't
this
make
is
sense though. Why would you screen two different versions?
it depends on the who you're screening it for.
Also, the way they do those screenings is like because they're all the same time. Like when they do these advanced screenings, it's like one set time. Well, I mean, there might be two different parts of the country, time zones you got to account for, but I think it's just a digital simulcast, much like a Fathom event.
But I believe that they also did press screenings. So they might have shown the final cut to the press.
To the press, maybe, but for the fan screening, apparently there was two versions of it. One of my friends actually went to the event. Josh, who was at SnyderCon, he saw one version of it, and Skywalker saw a different version of the Flash.
Okay, so
film.
those are you have firsthand reports from your friends that
There's
saw
two
different
versions. Would they do that? Would they sell, like? Would Warner Brothers try to save money have two different prints?
He's saying he spoke with two different friends that saw different versions.
But no, on Still Stream, because Still streamed it today, Josh was saying in the chat that he saw different scenes. That's when Skywalker was saying that the version that he saw.
Okay.
So I'm just like,
well, Josh was in the chat, so he's not a panelist.
he's not a panelist.
That should be
but
considered. That should be considered.
He did post on Twitter though of him being at the AMC theater. He got a lot of flack for it as well. A lot of hate.
Why?
Why?
Because he liked the film and for some reason.
Where's Rhea? Rhea saw it.
Well,
Those damn indie fans.
Well, well, for some reason, I read a lot of Twitter today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For some reason.
For some
For
reason.
his health.
No,
Part of his,
I was sipping mimosas this morning,
Nice.
reading Twitter, and I see people's main complaint is people that shitted on this movie for a year, that boycott WB, fire James Gunn, don't support WB, and then they all went to see The Flash. That was the main criticism.
I'll tell you what pisses me off. I tried to get a ticket and I couldn't. They were all gone.
Well, we're going to comment on that too. Yeah,
because everybody knows I have been the biggest cheerleader for this movie for 2 years, and I'm like, well, that's amazing. Trolls who hate it got tickets, and I couldn't.
Well, here's
all I know is my moral stance on The Flash will not keep me from seeing this movie.
Moral.
Yeah, I've heard. I've never mind. Max know what I'm talking about.
Ezra stuff?
Yes.
Okay, I understand. Okay, lies. Every screening saw the same. I don't know how he could say that with certainty. I'm not saying, Clooney still wasn't shown. There was no post credit. This dude is desperate as usual.
Well, Casey Walsh has always been like that. He's hate still.
He acts like he acts like he knows everything. Though that's what puts me off. And he's toxic.
He calls him desperate. God.
Yeah. But the tweet that I just sent you in the private chat, Max, if you want to take a look at that, you can.
Okay.
That is from my friend Josh.
Oh yeah, okay. Now I know who. He's not just some rando. Okay. He's been He showed up. He was the one that also cosplayed next to Skywalker. He was dressed as Wonder Woman. OMFG, believe the Flash hype. Definitely not manufacturers and definitely 100% canon to the Snyderverse. This DC movie is full of action, heart, humor, and surprise cameos galore that had the theater gasps and cheering. Ezra, Batfleck, and Keaton blew us away. And more Supergirl, please. Awesome.
Yeah, I actually managed to speak to the.
Josh is awesome.
He's
an
awesome
fun.
person.
Yeah,
he's an awesome dude. Like I've actually had a conversation with him.
See, back to Perp's point, and the reviews are matching the trailers from what we've seen. You know what I mean? Like you believe these reviews, these positive ones, anyway.
Yeah. So that's that. So these fan screenings. I didn't think it. I saw Film Junkie's video first today. Of the debacle, but apparently it's very bad. Hold on. Okay. Yes, that's fine. Good job.
I just seen it.
A little not very subtle there, Max, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is
All
this
right.
movie having a premiere in Hawaii?
Uh,
I hope so.
not that
That'd
I
be
know.
interesting.
That's an
I
odd
can check,
question.
though.
Why?
No reason.
Are you in
Are
Hawaii?
you going to Hawaii?
No, because Ezra's like stuff happened in Hawaii.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Hawaii's
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh,
that's
there was
right.
no charges filed, so
I'm just
Yeah, but
wondering.
that seems
I'm
to be
just
where he
wondering.
gets into a lot of, you know.
I'm just wondering.
All right, so let's talk about the Flash fan screenings disaster.
What was the? I didn't even hear about this.
No, this is pretty. This is
Oh,
pretty
I heard
bad.
about it.
Just
I
to
heard-
give you a little preview, it seems like Warner Brothers is so desperate for positive buzz that they sent out because I've been to these fan screenings before where you have to wait in line, you get a preview. They basically gave the red carpet to influencers. And I thought this was hyperbolic at first when I saw Film Junk. I'm like, no, they wouldn't do that. Yes, it seems like they actually did. There had fans waiting in line all day. And then just to get influencers to talk positively about this, they gave them a pass and let them ahead of the people that were waiting in line all day.
I'm laughing at you because you think this is new.
Well, didn't they have tickets?
that happens all the time.
Happens all the
Yeah.
time, Max. Who do you think
That's
gets influencers get invited to the red carpet premieres of actual movies, dude?
Right.
Yes.
Pretty girls don't wait in
TikTokers.
line at the
Wait.
club, you know?
I don't understand this.
What are
Like,
you, jealous?
weren't there
Like-
tickets? Because I got a thing
Ugh.
from Warner Brothers where I could get a ticket,
never
and then
waited
it
in
said it
line.
was sold out.
Yeah,
I just flashed my shield.
Oh, well, that's a little different, yeah.
What's the controversy then?
to this extent, it apparently.
Oh my god.
Well, I get.
Oh, man.
Yes, there's always press, even at these events.
And influencers since Rogue One.
But at this, I guess especially the
remember
California
Rogue One,
theaters, the influencers outnumbered everyone, and only 6 people got in.
Because that's only people who are freaking.
Because those influencers are gonna go.
Come on, Brian, you would be if you took your day off work, traveled 2 hours like Film Junkie did, waited in line.
What?
It's awesome.
Traveled 2 hours.
Do
for
you
a
want
theater?
the Flash to be successful?
Yes, I do.
So let the influencers see this awesome movie and then go influence.
That's not
I
the
don't
people
get it.
to see
Wait,
the movie.
I'm really confused.
I'm really
Oh,
confused
just
on
stop.
traveling 2 hours to go to a movie theater hoping to get a ticket. That's ridiculous.
No, he had
Yeah,
a
yeah,
ticket.
because
No, he
Warner
had a
Brothers,
ticket.
Warner Brothers sent me an email and said, "You want to sign up for this?" I
You
clicked
have to
yes,
sign up.
and,
Yes.
and they said this is sold out. You could get on the waiting list. I went on the waiting list. They never got back to me. So I've been to these before.
No, they actually-
I
Film
did
Junkie
one
had a
for
ticket.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, you
and
had a ticket, but you still have to
Yeah.
get there because they overbook it. But it was within reason, I think. Before this was just a debacle.
see, I've never seen one get overbooked before.
No, yeah.
I mean, you go to an event like this, waiting in line is part of it, I think.
See, I didn't wait in line for Suicide Squad. I had a ticket and just walked in.
That's because it was Suicide Squad.
Right, it's not the same hype, right?
Yeah.
All right,
This
let's
is
see
a
what she
major
said.
film.
The majors. But yeah, we have our Flash tickets, and I'll ask you in a moment about your Flash tickets too, because let's see. Emmett says the early screenings of Dungeons and Dragons didn't do anything for the film. Yeah, the problem is that
Where's she? Wait.
famously with CinemaCon months before the movie came out, and they've just been showing it seems to everybody but you, right? For the last 10 minutes of the stream, because that's an Ask Me Anything
Okay.
every single
Oh, not Grace
stream.
Randolph.
Movie Turtle, I'm glad we can keep you company.
Even Obama saw
And
it.
Thomas is using my milestones.
Movie
to appreciate
turd?
Grace. You provide so much fun for my family, and we greatly appreciate
that your
your
alter
speaking
ego?
up for LGBT.
That's what I heard. She said,
Oh,
"Movie
That's your
turd."
troll
Thank
account,
you.
yeah.
My pleasure. I already also gifted 5 memberships. The generosity is mind blowing.
Oh,
All right, let's get started. If you put up a
Goddamn.
comment, it
We're
might
not
be
gonna
little
watch
bit
a lot.
difficult
We're
for me
not
to
gonna watch-
respond to
I
it
think
if
she'd
you
be a
want
little
to
more
change your comments,
enthusiastic.
so
So far, we're not
and
watching
I'm gonna
anything.
try to
She's
answer
saying,
as
I
many
don't
Well, they
as
won't let her see it either. She said because the CinemaCon, because she didn't see it there, they won't let her see it till later on.
Really? That
Yeah.
seems silly. If they're letting
Emmett says
TikTokers
my
in.
flash screening
What's the
had
logic?
no joke, 100 plus people.
She says
denied.
because she is they're only going for certain type. And she says later on the video, only influencers that are easily swayed they want, not the ones that can write.
Well, they want
not the ones that can write Rotten Tomatoes.
Well,
That just sounds salty. That's all.
But not for nothing. These influencers have millions of followers. Grace and Dave, how many followers do they have? How many people subscribe?
Almost
Really?
a million.
Yeah.
Oh, Grace, yes, but Dave, no.
Dude, it's part of their marketing campaign. You got to hit these people this time. You're gonna hit this marketing like demographic this time. It's like that's it. They're getting the influencers
They're looking
this
for
round.
kids in their 20s. Yeah.
Cheers is more important than MME. Okay, Crazy Joe.
Yeah, I
It's
gotta
a-
watch a couple Cheers before bed every night.
Hey, okay, before you go, Crazy Joe, anybody go to Crazy Joe's channel and watch him get roasted by Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. That's a wonderful video, Crazy
Oh,
Joe. You're a good
Thank you.
sport. That's
Yeah.
worth
Oh,
whatever
man.
you paid for that.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I don't know if anyone saw it. I got a new logo.
it was hilarious.
My buddy Dave Perillo gave me a new logo this weekend, and I'm
Cool.
really excited about it. Over on the Crazy Joe Adventures channel, it's got me riding a shark who's eating pizza while I'm giving you the Vulcan salute. I love it. I love it. It's absolutely great.
Right.
So.
And Crazy Joe already went to Burger King and tried that Into the Spider-Verse
Oh, I gotta try it
burger.
tomorrow.
And he's alive. Look at that miracle.
Tasted like real spiders. No, it was,
He's now peeing blood.
Ooh.
That's just like,
All right.
I'm clipping that.
It was funny in my head.
I never said I wasn't. Okay, let's debunk that rumor right now.
All right. Well, thank you, Crazy Joe. We'll have. We're only also we have 38 people watching and only 16 likes. Come on, everyone, please. Here.
People mock Max's thumbnails, you see?
Yeah. And thank you, Brucifer, for trying to give memberships. It went through. One person went through.
One person.
So thank you. Thank you. So we have Jacob McKenzie. And if you would like, you could check your settings, although the settings don't appear for me either for gifted memberships. I can't opt in either. I don't know why it's missing on my login. I've been shadow banned from free memberships myself. So you're not alone. I don't understand. I've researched it to try to help people. I've looked at all the options. It doesn't appear anywhere for me.
You can't do it mobile.
No. So I did on my desktop. It's still not there.
You have a desktop?
Yeah.
Wow.
PC.
Come on, he's complaining about it. We started his fund for it, remember?
Oh yeah.
All right. So here let's bring up
let's listen to.
Wait, we're done with Grace?
No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Never done.
We ain't even started.
Right, we need more Grace.
I would so hang out with Grace and drink wine.
Oh, are you kidding me? She'd be a blast at a happy hour with some smart cocktails. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
What?
should be awesome.
A couple of Manhattans in her? Jesus.
Let me tell you a story about James Gunn. Oh.
I would totally take it a bitchy brunch.
Ooh. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
So she actually addressed her hot takes in this live stream I was watching because there was a lot of topics I wanted to hear about, including Max, the Netflix password sharing. And she says, "Yeah, I give hot takes. I just say my opinion, and whatever happens, happens, and I deal with it." She's like, she doesn't care.
Strong woman.
Although she blocked me when I said she's too critical of white women. She really likes to single out white women with what she is. Too critical.
That or the tape in the mouth thumbnail.
A full hour before. That's right, Emmett. It's time to talk about flash disasters. Anthony, I saw that you got in. It was really quiet. Really? That's interesting. I guess the influencers were all business. All right, Generation Marvel, let's talk about this. As Robbie said, it's boopity boop time, baby. Hold on. Here we go. Boopity boop. Boop. Okay. Oh, the flash. 100-yard dash. Isn't that what they say in Zootopia? Isn't that what Jason Bateman's fox says? Flash, my man. This is an interesting situation. Now, it's not a new thing for them to screen a movie in advance for fans.
I don't
but
know.
I must say, this is ridiculously early. It started, of course, infamously with CinemaCon months before the movie came out, and they've just been showing it, it seems, to everybody but you.
Everyone but you. I feel that way too. Where's my screening?
That's how it kind of seems.
Didn't you say you weren't going to go see it?
If there was a screening, I would try to go.
Trailer got him. He changed his opinion after the trailer, I believe.
Yeah. I said, and I always said that if a trailer's really good, I'm gonna just like Indiana Jones. If the trailer was better, I would go see Indiana Jones. The trailer doesn't look good to me.
I was told as a member of the press, since I didn't see it at CinemaCon, I can't see it until June. But influencers are seeing
Sucks to sucks, doesn't it?
and posting reviews. So be very careful for spoilers out there. And we're going to talk about why Warner Brothers might be doing this. It's certainly, at the very least, an interesting situation. But I think that
Does that sound like sour grapes to you, man?
No,
she's not happy, Max.
No.
Brian's right. She's not happy.
No,
I think
this
strong word of mouth. I don't know.
is
I'm
kind of
starting
like
to
a
see
bitter scree coming out here now.
Okay,
some
careful.
negative reactions, but you never know if that's just for clickbait or just to go against the crowd, and also just because a movie isn't universally loved doesn't mean it's not good for the majority of people. I mean, we have to. I mean, I'm not going to judge the movie till I see it. For instance, I thought the Little Mermaid ad campaign made it look really not very good, and I was nervous. I was like, man, I hope this movie's good. And then I went and saw it, and I was like, oh yay, it is good. So I'm hoping to have a similar situation with the Flash.
I mean, you
Aquaman,
don't think
remember
she likes
Aquaman?
to have like movie access?
Oh yeah, she loves.
Unlike
it.
the plebs,
She talks
That's what I'm
about it
saying.
like
She
I got
becomes
free
extremely
refreshments.
bitter.
I got free refreshments this time.
Extremely bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. She's bitter. She's mad
Yeah.
she didn't get invited.
Yeah. All right.
Man had Amazon Prime viewings, screenings. That was just a week in advance. I think I'm going to ask you how you feel about it, right? So poll time. I know you guys love the polls. I love the polls as well.
All right. Skip that. What the hell?
I will say that she does have a
Okay,
great view from our apartment.
That is a nice apartment. Yeah.
That's the
Paying
Hudson
for
River.
that apartment.
That's
Okay, we'll
the
talk
Hudson River right there.
Yeah,
I was
gonna
like,
say,
that bodes well for the Flash. So we do have our tickets to go as as a group. My parents are very excited. My parents actually, they don't like Ezra Miller, what Ezra Miller has been doing in their personal life, but like my mom and I have been fans of Ezra Miller since they were in What Are We Going to Do About Kevin? We'll talk about that. I'm seeing more and more conversation about whether or not they'll keep Ezra Miller, and I don't really think that's an option, unless of course.
Well, here's a little glimpse into what I was trying just to get to the point where she says the reason even like all these like Stephen King, Tom Cruise, how they're organically just saying, I reached out for a screener for The Flash and it was amazing.
Oh, by the way, Sean O'Rourke agrees with me that there might be a reason why Tom Cruise saw The Flash that early. He might be meeting with Gunn.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Superman Legacy. Superman's dad. Superman's dad.
Oh
But
boy.
I don't see Sean message.
I'd be all right with that.
Jarrell. I would be okay with Tom Cruise in it too.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'll be okay with Tom Cruise also.
Sure.
Yeah. But what she said is she's reached out to her source as to why they were doing all these, authors and just like these personalities like, oh, this is amazing. I reached out, and they said, well, and then the source said, well, what do you do when you can't have Ezra on the press tour? You can't have the star promoting it. So you do other people, and that makes me think that this is a whole marketing plan. It's not as organic. It's very
fascinating,
structured and manufactured.
Okay, dude,
and
none of this is natural at all.
No,
It's
exactly.
all manufactured.
No,
dude. It
no,
doesn't matter.
I know, but that makes a lot of sense as to why they're doing this so much and why they're so reliant on social media reactions this time is because they're not having the star out. They're not having Ezra out at all before this movie drops, just in case. Just in case.
Interesting.
And they haven't
right.
let
That's
anyone
pretty
else on the press tour either. I think the thing.
Then why don't they have Michael Keaton out then?
Because then you'd be like, well, where's Ezra? I think that's kind of like if you do that.
I think everyone would be in on it. Like,
Asking
we
about-
know why he's out here.
Well,
you
you-
can't
well,
get the main guy.
Right.
all or
And then,
nothing.
and
But
then you
not for
can't
nothing,
control the press. The press are going to ask about Ezra, right? To the other
But
actors.
usually the press tour starts about 2 weeks before the movie comes out anyway.
That's true.
So still got a few weeks.
Around, maybe a little
But
bit
that,
before,
I mean,
but
I think
Probably
that-
not, because the Actors Guild's going to go on strike. Think about it.
Oh, that's right.
Do they show up to premieres when they're on strike?
Yeah, they just
No.
can't
That just-
act.
That just seems kind of weird.
No, can't they show up? They just can't act, right?
They could make a case that they're acting in the red carpet. We have to be
nice. All right.
Well, no. Also,
That's
part of their
really good.
contract is to promote the movie. If they're on strike,
Their contract is void, isn't it?
True.
Yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They're not honoring the contract. Yeah, they're just.
Callie,
There you
get over here.
What
There
if
you
they
go.
use it as a platform to actually
Callie.
fight for the writers, though? Maybe someone would go to say something
Yeah.
about that. I don't know.
Somebody wear a shirt that says support WGA or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know, man.
Rossi is often frowned upon during a strike. Okay.
True.
All right.
I haven't seen The Flash. I'm told I can't see it by Warner
She
Brothers.
said that.
until June at the press
She said that multiple
Talk about that
times.
a little bit
I'm
more.
told I'm banned.
I like
I've
that.
been
I'm told I'm
asking
not
a
allowed
lot.
to see
When are you
it.
going to show in New York?
She
press
says,
conference?
I've been asking. You hear that? I've been asking. That's funny that she said.
James Gunn has it out for her.
I've been asking. I'm like, when are you going to show a New York press screening? Papa Randolph does like superhero. Both of my parents are superhero movie down, but they still go. You know, they like movies. My parents are huge movie fans, and they got me into movies. So they love going to the movies. And that's right, Elia. Oh, no, not Elia. Who said that? Glalie Master. Yeah, Jonathan Majors, I'm sure, is watching this very closely because if Ezra Miller can stick around, well, then so can Jonathan Majors. But yeah, we have our Flash tickets, and I'll ask you in a moment about your Flash tickets too, because let's.
I didn't realize how long she takes to get to the point
Emmett
in
says
here.
the early screenings of Dungeons and Dragons didn't do anything
Oh my
for
God.
the film. Yeah, the problem is that it's so funny.
I'm sorry. I think I'm going to skip this because she takes too long to get to the.
Oh, Mr. Magic. Some people are like, you shouldn't arrest the guy. He's just trying to record the
Oh,
movie.
Mr.
That's
Magic.
illegal.
He should have been arrested.
But apparently he also took a swing at the security guard, and so that did not endear him to law enforcement. So he got arrested in Florida. Of course it was in Florida. What a crazy state. All right, so that was like
why
the
is everybody
biggest
talking
headline.
shit about Florida?
And then there was the
DeSantis,
big thing
that's
that
why.
I think was really surprising to people.
Oh, Jesus.
That's why you
yeah,
asked
I'm not
why.
surprised that
I
they took a
can
swing
tell
at
you,
him and tried to
my
make a
friends
run
that
for
live in
it.
Florida, they are scared shitless because of the concealed carry. You don't need a permit now. You just carry.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I get open
carry.
carry because I live in a state that's open carry, but still.
All right.
Because you could, if someone got a legal copy of The Flash this early, they could make a considerable amount of money off of it. All right, so here, Mika, I'm glad you remember my Avengers Endgame
You know what she's
ticket
talking about,
story.
right, Max?
I love that story.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a huge line for this fan screening. AMC, and at first it seemed like it was just a fan screening run by a website, a fan site in Los Angeles. That was one of them. But apparently there were screenings all over the country. There was one even in Paramus, at Garden State Mall. I saw somebody took a picture and posted it, and I was like, I didn't know they had one at Garden State Mall. And these were very poorly advertised. So they had all these fan screenings, and this is the end of the line. You can see that the front of the line goes all the way up against that wall and around the corner. So, and people were getting there so early. People were getting there hours in the morning, tons and tons and tons of time.
What should you
But
expect from
then
nerds?
something horrible happened.
Something horrible happened. Something horrible. I agree that you shouldn't put people up to this. If there's chances are so slim that they're going to get in, this is a bad event. I think it's, don't you think? Can't we be
It's not Warner
critical?
Brothers' fault. It's the theater's fault. They know how many seats they have available.
I've been to these things before. The people that run it work with the movie company, not the theater. Usually, I've been to a few.
If you're willing to go on a Wednesday or Tuesday afternoon in the middle of a work week and just show up and wait in line and gamble, I mean that's on you.
Well, it's not a gamble. It's not like they actually had to get tickets. They got tickets. They're not just waiting randomly. You have to, you got tickets. They overbook it in case there's no shows. But to this extent is ridiculous. This is a bad look, I think, for, ultimately it's going to have people have more FOMO. They're fear they're missing out, and they're probably going to rush to go.
But how many people online didn't have tickets and they on a waiting list? The wait to see if they can get in.
No, the people that usually wait in line in these have printed out tickets. The waiting list is if someone, I've done this before too. I ordered one and then I couldn't make it, and then I gave my ticket back, and that's how someone got on the waiting.
I will say this: I haven't seen one person post a picture of their ticket from their phone, printed out,
It has
or anything.
Okay. Well, it's not just random showing up online. Like, it's not like that. You have to register.
You have to be, you have to
register,
and you have to be invited by them.
Yeah.
In order for you to go to these events.
So I think there
you
might
have
have
to
been
pass the ceremony.
Yeah, I think there may have been that misconception that these
Drink
are
the
just
goat's
people
blood.
These are just people that showed up out of the blue. Oh, Flash is here. No.
But did it state when they signed up that there's a chance they wouldn't get in?
Probably in the fine print.
Yes.
Yeah.
But within
so then you're
we have to have a
argument's
fair
kinda-
shot, though, Bruce. Don't you think you had only 6 people getting in out of waiting there all day? That's ridiculous.
What?
That's what the reports were saying. Like, they waited so long, and there were so many influencers.
Maybe that's part of the marketing to hype it up. Only 6 people got in.
Yeah. That could be manufactured. It's all manufactured. I hear Brian in my head. It's all manufactured. Okay.
It is. It's Hollywood. It's fake.
So,
Come on now, dude.
You guys know
Movies aren't real.
Neb and his husband
I know.
were actually mentioned on the stream just the other day. And they told me they were going to see this movie. And I was like, have a good time, guys. And so I was quite surprised to see how their story ended. Croc apparently even took time off of work. They drove hours to go see the movie. And this is how it went down. So you can see they were very close. So I actually know several. One of you DM'd me who was actually probably in this picture and don't realize it. And I actually happen to know some people who probably were in this picture or right around it. So this is in Los Angeles. And you can see they're right at the door.
Come here, Callie.
And they're very,
Callie.
very close to the front. And what happened was, based on what I'm hearing from these people who were there, is that only out of the hundreds of people who were in line in Los Angeles, only 6 people got in because it got filled up at the last minute by influencers and also people who were either from the studio or knew somebody at the studio who got them in. So they literally turned away hundreds of fans.
No, you don't see any problem with that. That's just the risk you take knowing these tickets.
Yes.
Yeah.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
But this is only at one theater out of how many they showed across the country?
But there's been consistent talk about that on most of the screenings. So that's not a good look. I mean, yes, you take your risk, but then.
But I'm just saying, I'm not driving 3 or 4 hours with the chance I might get in.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you a story. Everybody sit down for a second. Uncle Brian's going to tell you a story. Okay. So back when they first built the stadium for my favorite baseball team, San Francisco Giants.
You have to bring in sports.
Well, it's the only thing I can relate to sometimes. Okay. So anyways, they have this thing called standing room only.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys know about this or not.
Yes.
Okay. So like you go there without a ticket with hopes that you'll get in. Okay. There were thousands of people that got turned away because there was only enough tickets.
They had
for
tickets.
40,000.
Yeah.
No, they did not.
These people had tickets. That's the difference.
No, it doesn't. No, there is no difference.
Can you complete the story, please?
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm just saying, people get turned away from events all the time, dude. That's what refunds are for.
I'll be right back. My dogs are going crazy.
Did they pay for the tickets? No, I don't think so. So
No, they get.
why be salty?
True. Like they don't get paid. To basically, like these influencers normally get flown out, and like they're under NDA until.
Yeah, they paid money for these people to watch it, not some fan off the street, dude. Come on now.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me, dude. Why would you show a movie that soon, like a month before it comes out, to Joe Blow.
Mm-hmm. And
Makes
if
no
you're
sense.
if you're like a big content creator that has like 600, 700, you'll probably get flown out to the premiere like a week before it's in theaters, right?
This is what I was saying. The pass clearly says arrive early. Seating is first come, first serve.
Just like a theater back in the day, man. Remember going to see Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
Did you wait in line? Did you really want to go see the 1:30 showing, but you ended up seeing the 3:30 showing because the line was so long? Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Max
I'm
isn't even
back.
here for the
I'm
rebuttal.
back. I'm back.
Oh, no. Here's another example that doesn't involve sports. Have you ever been to like a
God.
big ass movie premiere?
Big ass,
Like,
yeah.
well, no, like not a premiere, but like the opening day, and you really wanted to see it, at a certain time.
Yeah.
And you didn't. You ended up having to see it at the later showing.
They did arrive early, Degrassi. They arrived very early.
Well, people arrived earlier than
I've
us.
been to about
Not early enough.
I've been to
Not
about
like the dudes that camped out the night before.
Yeah,
Give 'em-
dude, the night
I-
before.
I've been
God
to
damn,
6 or
what's wrong with you
7
guys?
of these.
Phantom Menace.
I even saw Iron
Yeah.
Man 2 this way. And I always arrived early. Always got in every single time.
Yeah, but do you live in a big city like this theater here?
No.
Exactly.
I remember seeing a story in
this is
'99
Bad
when
planning on the. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
when the Phantom Menace came out, and they did a story on the first guy that waited in line, which was like weeks before the tickets or
I remember
what was
that.
going on. Yeah, it was like weeks. The guy we waited, the first guy that waited in line for Phantom Menace, and then there was a line that grew, just a couple weeks.
The pass also says theater is not responsible. Yeah, I'll put it on the theater. I put it on the planning of the marketing and Warner Brothers.
Yeah, they sent out too many invites. Damn them.
No, they should. If they have that many influencers, they should have limited the amount of fans. I do think that.
I don't know. I just don't think there was like what 300-400 influencers at this particular theater. Come on.
This was LA too. How many executives' kids were in that? Got pushed to the front of that line, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true. Favors.
Yeah.
Stuff like the
So
family members from the crew. Hey, go over
think,
there.
Okay, it's subjective, but this ratio of people being turned down that are waiting there all day, they did get there early, is bad. It's a bad look. And yeah, it's besides influencers, it's people, it's families of Warner Brothers employees. They just like walked in the red carpet when those people are waiting all day. That's not a good thing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take the fans' side on this.
Ray, can you come on and talk about your experience?
She said she couldn't. She would try to, but gave up.
Okay.
All right. So let's hear a little bit more. We got other topics here.
Who had been there for hours
Yeah.
to get into this.
These aren't
screening,
people
which
just-
to me is like, if I were Warner Brothers, I'd be like, could we rent another theater? I mean, like no one's seeing like one of these crappy movies. Go stick my thing in there. So everybody
was
had to
that?
drive home. And if you go and you've watched
Where'd
it,
that actually come from?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's that?
Was she
Yeah,
Madonna
smaller
switching out
YouTube channels
accents?
who are like,
Yeah,
"Let's see how
Jesus
it's
Christ.
valid plan. I'll go to this screening. I'm not under embargo because it was a fan screening. And so I saw a number of smaller YouTubers posting that they had anticipated being able to make a video about this. But in fact, they didn't get anything. They just went home. They wasted their
Oh, damn it. Warner Brothers
now-
starving the
and
little guy for content. Fucks.
Well,
Uh-huh.
they're trying to get around. She's suggesting that YouTubers tried to do that so they weren't under embargo, as they went as fans instead of as reviewers, and that's why they didn't get in. Film Junkie said if I would have said I was a YouTuber, I probably would have got in. He said that. But I'm not suggesting that's why he did it, but he just was waiting in line.
But like, did the YouTubers just show up and they were allowed in? Or,
I don't know.
Or was this planned? Technically, it should be the YouTubers if they were invited and it was like planned from before.
Yeah.
Right? Or people that just showed up a day before.
Yeah.
Would that make it more
But
justifiable?
not for nothing. We don't know how long this person that took the picture was in line, and they just got to the door and they let 6 people in and stopped.
I follow Neb too on Twitter. I'm not suggesting that makes them honest or anything, but I don't know. We'll have to take their word for it, I guess, or not.
actually saw one influencer, and I don't want to name any names, but you'll probably be able to figure out who it is.
Like
one
6
influencer
people.
saw it again and had already seen it at CinemaCon. So an influencer got to see it twice.
Salty.
Soups, probably, or something.
Yeah.
That's
What?
not fair.
Yeah.
This doesn't
No, it's not
pass my smell
fair.
test. I smell cheap.
Grace didn't get to see it. It's not fair.
That's what she's saying, basically. They
I
saw
don't
it
like-
at CinemaCon.
What is it with all this simping for big companies? Like, oh,
What?
Are you,
Are
Max?
you kidding me, man?
Max.
No, I'm not kidding you.
You're
What
saying
is
that
it?
out of
No.
all people?
No, taking like, they took
Brian,
the
you
risk.
want this one?
Just
We're on
because we
YouTube.
think you're wrong doesn't mean we're siding with the studios.
We took
We're on
What the
YouTube.
hell, dude?
we took
God
the
damn.
we took the risk of showing. They showed up early.
We're on YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
Not early enough, apparently. So
Exactly.
quit your bitching. Fuck.
Yeah, the guy waited weeks for Phantom Menace.
Reyes says, I dressed
You're not a real
like
Flash
an
fan.
androgynous trash bag with a mask covering 75% of my face. I was let in fairly easily. Yay.
Nice.
There you go.
I'm
See,
thinking
it wasn't
Soups.
that difficult for everybody.
I don't know. Soups is annoying.
Leave Soups
fans
alone.
returned away. So that is like a lot, I think, of advertisement. Maybe that's one of the reasons it didn't trend, because you have all these people who didn't talk about it. Instead, they were talking about not getting to go in. You guys know who it is.
Maybe that's the marketing plan, like Herb
So
said.
it's really crazy to me. Like,
Exclusivity.
it's fine
Yeah, that's bullshit.
if they just want to have an influencer screening, but then don't invite.
You sound
fans
salty
and
like
friends.
Grace,
Yeah,
man.
you have a different one for influencers. Have 2 screenings. It's easy. One for influencers, one for the fans.
Ticket
It's
clearly says there's a chance you will not see the movie.
Okay.
And not to call the guy a liar, but when he says like 6 people, it's like, I mean, he might not have seen another
The
line or
the other
something.
20 people go in.
Like the whole theater was covered with influencers.
That makes
Well, that's what I got from Film Junkie too. I have multiple sources on this.
Okay.
But
Sure,
how big is this theater?
I
How
don't
many
know.
seats?
I don't know.
I want facts. I want details. I want receipts.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I don't buy anything. People like take pictures of empty theaters. Say, look at Captain Marvel's theater. It's like, who knows?
Anyone with an alternate
That's the 11
opinion here.
o'clock showing.
Taladia, Voltaire, don't you think it'd be better press if they got 2 different screenings instead of having them compete for the same screen and this many people get
That's
turned
renting
away?
2 theaters. They're broke, man. What are you thinking, dude?
I think it's bad optics.
Like, here's what I was to suggest them doing: 2 weekends back to back, them showing the Flash.
Why?
Would work in that way, because
Why don't you just release the movie then when it comes out?
no. So this
Then
would
people
be
can
for
see it
like,
then.
so 1 weekend for the influencer, 1 weekend for the fans, right?
I don't think the fans should be able to see it before it comes out.
Yeah, they want that fan money. Why would they give it to the fans if they want their money?
Why? If I see it for free, why would I go pay to see it?
Influencers, like when they say influencers, I'm imagining like those women that make the makeup tutorials, like influencers, like in other demographics and stuff
Why
like
does
that. Like they don't need the fans. Like the fans are gonna be there.
Fans get some good buzz.
That's why they didn't reach out to Grace, because she's like, that's her. This is her shit. They're reaching out to people this is not their shit.
Mm-hmm. To give honest take.
Yeah, and but the way I'm saying
not
it though
biased
is
takes.
like, it's like them doing like 1 weekend for 1 day for
Sorry for
one,
cursing.
it's all good. For influencers to basically come to the movie theaters to watch it, and you could have you could do like, I don't know how many, maybe 3 or 4 cinemas you could do it, and for fan services you could do about the same as well. And you could
Yeah,
do-
but that's losing money if they do that many screenings, that many fans seeing it.
Yeah, that's.
But mind you, it'd be the same cut though. Mind you, think about it like that. It would be the
Can
same
you
cut.
can you at least admit it could have potentially been bad planning to have this many people?
Sure, dude.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Could have,
please.
but everyone's talking about it.
They had. It's not like they just showed up out of nowhere. They had.
But think about this: all
They
these
did
people that
show up.
Invited, no, they were invited. Tickets. You had to sign up for it. You have to do a lot of registering for that.
it says you
They
possibly won't see it.
overbooked. They overbooked more than normally.
Yeah,
to
but
cre-
they're
to
not
create-
responsible for that.
I mean, how do we know
Oh my
more than
God.
normally?
Yeah. Why does this happen all the time?
Based on my reports and sources is how I know.
Okay.
2 people. All right. And a Twitter
And
picture.
Grace.
And not for nothing, everyone that was turned away for the screening will be there opening day to watch it because they did not get to see it yesterday.
They'll see it when it comes out. What's the big deal?
They're gonna see it 3 times because they're so mad.
Yeah.
Well, why put them through that? I think it's like a really uncool thing to do.
They knew
and
I know what this is. I figured it out. They knew.
Oh God.
They knew that the Snyder Bros aren't going to pay for
Conspiracy
it.
theory.
And they got all the free tickets.
Oh my God.
And they turned away the Snyder Bros.
So they'd be mad on the internet.
Well,
yeah.
Sons of
Because
bitches.
they know we're on to you, Snyder Bros. You're just trying
They know
to go to the Flash
they know Snyder Bros will fly out to a place.
Yeah.
Well,
You
there
know,
have
We're
been
not paying for the Flash. We need to see it first to trash it. So that's
Yep.
why they let all the
there have been some James Gunn haters on Twitter saying they saw the movie and show footage from CinemaCon to prove that they were there. They were lying. They got caught out there lying.
They were turning away the Snyder. They didn't pass the Snyder Bro sniff test. They're like, "You're a Snyder Bro. You're not getting in." Yes, that's what happened.
Snyder
Wait,
Bros
I
smell?
thought they were boycotting WBD.
Yeah, I think I'm right. What do you think, Taladia? They knew
Uh,
all the Snyder Bros are going to see it for free at the screenings
'Cause
and not pay for it.
They feared the Snyder Bros were going to sway the audience. They're like, this is not good. Middle of the movie.
Oh, sorry,
No.
Taladia has to head out.
Yeah, I've got to head out. But
Have a
before
good
I
night,
head out, I just want to let you guys know in the chat, MME International will be making its return later on today for the PlayStation Showcase.
Oh, cool.
Big
Myself
news.
and Brucifer are going to be live streaming it on the gaming channel, which is Max's second channel on YouTube and on my Twitch page. So we're
Cool.
gonna get that ball rolling. So it'll be MME live, and it'll be the international version. Basically, myself and Brucifer, and any of you guys that are on the panel want to join, then let me know, and can get you on the panel for sure.
Cool.
Can we change this? Can we change the title to Brown Men on Games? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow, Brucifer.
Yeah. So
But-
I will see you guys later. I've got to start up my Superman and Lois live reactions. So
Later, buddy.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Later, guys.
I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Two hours in this.
I feel like did they feel like they didn't get enough of a boost from CinemaCon? Is what makes me wonder. Like, did they feel like CinemaCon didn't
Can we
give
go
them
back to
enough?
talking about Star Wars and
Do they feel
Kathleen
they need to
Kennedy?
do this?
At least that conversation went somewhere.
Now, this is a weird way to advertise a movie. They've actually been pretty low on posters and TV spots. I mean, I think we could use
What?
some more character posters, right? Although Little Mermaid's also very poorly advertised. They finally released good
tons of
posters
spots.
like a day ago, right?
The Flash, no, the Flash has
Whelm
been
says,
getting
"Aren't all
crazy
these
amount of
screenings gonna
spots.
negatively impact the box
Yeah, and there's
office?" Well,
character posters
maybe.
everywhere.
You know, the idea is that you're seeing it so early, maybe it'll go again, or that they just so badly need another. They just so badly need the word of mouth, they're willing to risk it, but they're not getting the word of mouth, quite frankly.
What?
Now, you know, so they've been doing this.
All right, we had enough, Grace. I can't take anymore. Sorry.
Are we gonna do Max?
What?
Isn't she covering Max today?
Oh yeah. My experience with Max so far is I went on my phone just to see if it worked. It was all right, and then I went on my TV, and then it asked me to sign in all again and re-download it. I'm like, damn it, I don't remember my password.
What? Really?
So not.
Yeah, they
What?
did make you re-sign in and everything. Yeah.
I downloaded the Max app and it just had all of my information on it.
I'm
not. You didn't have to sign in again.
No.
I had to sign in again, but it's not a
Maybe
big deal.
maybe it's a Sony Bravia.
It's the same. It's the same password and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do have what is that? Android TV built into my TV, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have to sign in to
I
my.
gotta see. They got the new Shazam in there, right? I'm gonna see that finally.
Yes.
My HBO's on my Amazon, so it should.
Oh, you know what? That's probably why I got a bad taste in my mouth. As soon as I signed in, Shazam 2 is plastered everywhere.
Oh, good lord!
I'm like, good God! I had that movie again. That's probably why I got it. Zachary Levi's the first thing I see when I turn on the Max.
Did you fap
thank
to
you.
him?
Oh
No.
my gosh, dude!
No.
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 So defensive, Max.
No.
Relax.
Here's
No,
Zach-
not me.
here's
No.
Zach-
No! Oh my
here's-
God! No! No!
He's
Stop
a
it!
Zachary Levi-phobe over here, man.
I like him.
Good God,
in
no!
Chuck. I
Right?
watched all of Chuck. I'm a supporter of Levi.
Jesus.
It's just,
No, just not his portrayal of Shazam, apparently.
yeah.
Good God, no!
So
Yeah, that's what he said. Like,
let's actually
straight out.
cover
Good God,
some
no.
good news.
What? There's good news? Oh, I thought
Wait,
it was just totally
we
bad
cover
news
good
today.
news here.
Well, it
Once
took a
a
while.
week.
It took 2 hours to get to the good
Was it
stuff.
Kathleen Kennedy got a raise?
Yeah, she's
Little
on
She
for
is
Mermaid
another.
not getting
coming
no
out?
raise.
She signed up for another 10-year deal.
Nice.
Money is meaningless to that woman at this point. She's made so much.
Always use
Legacy.
more money.
Legacy is
Legacy,
everything. No.
Superman
The
legacy.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I predicted that.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm very happy with this box office.
Good movie.
If it could get over 700 million, that would be a great sign. I think it's going to get there. International, whew, look at that.
Thank you, overseas.
Yeah. So
I
I'm very
Wonder how
happy with
France
this.
likes it.
17 days on there. Saturday, it still almost got 14 million.
Les Guardians de Galaxy.
Hopefully, people still have energy or still has some legs when it's going up against Little Mermaid and Fast X2. It's not
Yeah.
going to split it too much
Do you
there.
think Fast X is gonna catch and pass Guardians?
That's a good question. Let me bring up the Fast X box office international.
It just reminds me of
Based
like,
on opening.
every time you say Fast X, it's like the new and improved version of Mucinex.
I thought
Nice.
I thought
Or
Fast X
diuretic.
was doing well, but I've heard conflicting reports like today specifically that Fast X isn't actually
Laxative.
doing as well.
Oh, here, let me bring it up. I could clip this out. Thank you for the suggestion to compare it to Fast X. Let me bring that up here.
That's
Yeah, it's a
what I'm here for.
laxative.
Laxative.
Little Mermaid, Little Mermaid.
They for blockbuster movies, they should not be concentrating on domestic.
Yeah.
International is where it's at. Look at these international numbers for Fast X.
We ain't watching anything over there.
Because
Poor
Americans
Crazy
are
Joe.
tired of this shit.
It's just Crazy Joe in the theaters giving all
Yeah,
these
it's
movies.
just Crazy Joe in the theaters. Right?
Loving it. Getting high off the smell of popcorn.
Yeah.
72 million domestic.
that
That's
explains
not
a lot.
horrible. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know. I don't think he's getting his trilogy, but still, if the international carries it to $1 billion, he's getting his trilogy.
It's gonna come from international. Yeah. Did this open in China yet?
I don't know.
Yes, it opened to 72 million in China.
Ow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Most
72
China's-
million more
Open weekend?
Yes.
that matches.
Let me see if I
domestic.
can find it.
Hey, Strange Marvel.
Oh man. We're gonna be making movies for China again. Let's go. Bringing that back. Bringing 2013 back, baby.
I don't know the percentages of what the cut is for international. I don't know. But that's significant.
I don't know. They could just leave it in the theaters forever, like Avatar. It'll make $1 billion.
You're just getting here.
Here we go.
Video, we're up to 20 likes. Help me get to 41 likes on every video. I am 41. I need that many likes on every single video, please. Okay, go ahead.
There we go.
No, MME International does not get paid. No.
What?
He knew that too. He already said LOL joke.
I can't even see this, Bruce. Can you magnify it or something?
Enhance.
Control Plus.
Enhance.
Ah!
Just yell at it. Just yell that until it happens.
I need a magnifying glass.
Really?
I can't see this shit. No.
You're blind,
Yeah.
the trucker.
It's like Braille.
It does look like that to me. I can't. All right, just tell us. Oh, there you go. Oh, wow, you found the button. Okay.
Yeah, I always find the button, even in the dark.
Oh, boy. All right. This is for
There it
Fast X.
Yeah.
77 million
France.
China.
France holding it down. 9 million.
Wow.
Viva la France.
Mexico, 16 million.
If you ever want to see the wildest top
Mexico,
10,
16 million?
Yeah,
if you
right here.
if you Damn. Hell yeah. If you want to see the wildest top 10, look at France's top 10 movies of all time. They're crazy over there.
That's great.
No, like Snow White is still up there in their top 10.
No, really.
The original, yeah.
It made more in China than did domestic. Wow.
Let's see what Guardians did. International. Made more than. And holy crap! It destroyed Guardians in China.
Yeah.
And that's up to
Wow.
It's catching up in one weekend.
And Mexico too did better. Fast X did better in Mexico too.
Yeah.
All right.
They love their car
Wow.
chases.
Yeah, they like the car chases more than they like the superhero stuff. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Superhero stuff. Yeah. Not gonna last forever. Yeah.
It will so. It will so.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I would also like to add, having a huge, diverse cast does indeed help sell these things overseas and everywhere.
Yeah.
Just saying.
All right. Let's see what other. Let's do rapid fire topics.
Excuse me.
Am I the main? Oh,
Fast to the Future is a good title, Degrassi. I like that.
Fast to the Future. Damn.
That's the next level
Fast
for them.
to
They're
the
gonna have to go time
Future.
travel.
I'm gonna have to disagree with Michael J. Fox. Let's go.
That sounds
More
awesome.
movies.
They're just gonna have a bunch of DeLoreans in that one.
Yeah, dude,
That was
racing.
great.
88 was just the beginning. That's the tagline.
Fast to the
These
future.
cars go to 90.
So,
anyways,
Matt Damon says turning down Avatar was dumbest decision in his acting history.
we're gonna talk about
Really?
Sam Worthington.
Really?
Role? Is that what he was up for?
Man, that's based.
Yeah.
Because you would think, like, no actor really loves to be in like CGI suits with dots on them and shit. And he's just
He
like,
was
you know
up
what?
for Corporal Jake Sully.
That is an acting exercise that I would have liked to been a part of. That's great.
But he did Bourne instead. He's saying he'd
there
rather
you
be
go.
an Avi than Bourne, Jason Bourne.
Oh, maybe he just wants.
I
that
think
paycheck.
Jason Bourne was part of his
Yeah.
good catalog, blockbusters.
Yeah, but
It was,
Avatar,
but then
man.
it kind of fizzled with that last one, right? Like they tried to bring it back, and it was like, eh.
Oh, there's still a
People
chance
stop-
you can get an Avatar, Matt. You know,
Yeah.
Just, go talk to
You
James.
could be in the
Cameron,
seventh
man.
one, dude. Relax.
Yeah, you know, you're good.
I
There's
don't think-
18 more of those movies.
This is
coming
his
out.
way of reaching out, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He's still embarrassed about all the crypto shilling he did and all that kind of thing.
Like, no, man, I love Avatar. I would have done it over Bourne. Yeah, right. Okay.
JoeBlow.com launches ambitious horror documentary entitled 80s Horror Memories.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's cool. All right, I gotta take my pants off.
I'm done with the 80s
Whoa,
thing, honestly.
what?
Dude, my belt's tight. I gotta go. Yeah.
Okay. I
You
could,
single
dude,
ladies.
did you hear the way you said that, Brian? Dude, I got to take my pants off in the middle of the stream. All right. So, JoeBlow.com horror movie. I'd be interested in seeing this. I thought you'd be more excited. I don't know.
I'm kind of done with the 80s thing,
No pants. Fantastic.
but it's good. It's good. More documentaries is good. I watch those sometimes.
I think I want to watch. I just found out that Mortal Kombat gameplay isn't going to be till like June 8th. Damn it.
Yeah. You know what's a good movie doc is the one on Canon Films. You remember Canon Films?
Oh, that's a great documentary.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh
one.
my gosh. Oh, it's almost as good
I
as
heard
like, the He-Man one.
I heard the one on Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is supposed to be really good too.
Oh yeah. How it's like
They interview
allegory
Marina
for-
Sirtis.
Yeah.
Here's a hot topic here. Sean Penn calls AI.
Is he even acting anymore?
Nah, he's
No,
just
he's
going
just-
to countries war.
What was the last movie he was in? I think it was The Gunman, right?
Just interviewing dictators and stuff.
The
I don't
Taken
know.
one.
No, he was in that movie, that Paul Thomas Anderson movie, Licorice
Oh,
Pizza.
he was. Okay. Oh man, they're using Gangster Squad.
He calls it a human obscenity.
Yeah, that's Sean Penn as hell.
Yeah.
I love that quote.
All right. So the industry has been upending the writers, actors, and directors for a very, very long time. My full support is with the Writers Guild. There are a lot of new concepts that are being tossed about, including the use of AI. And it just strikes me as a human obscenity that there's been a pushback from the studios on that.
Damn.
I think the prospect of artificial intelligence writing things is horrifying. And the fact that they've been seem to be digging in on it is even more horrifying. You'd have to shove a lot of weed in that thing for writing TV.
What? He's based. He knows what's
Nice.
up. Writer's
I like that.
room.
I like
It's also known as the smoking room.
My opinion of him just went up a little bit more. All right, cool.
It's a degradation.
What do you think of Sean Penn's comments here? A human obscenity.
I mean, aside from the weed comment, dude,
Some
good comment, comrade. Oh, yeah, we're good, man.
Like I said, AI is for people that have no talent or creative juices.
Like the writers in Hollywood.
I'll take a different take. I think AI is just a tool.
I want to see you write something, Ryan. Let's go.
I don't write. That's why you don't hear me bitch.
So it's
I
not
just
bitching
comment.
now.
No. I'm commenting on everyone else's bitch. How many times am I on these streams and everybody complains about writing like we're armchair fucking writers? Okay.
Very true.
I kind of agree
Every
with
damn
that.
stream.
I think
Every
the whole "I'm just looking for a good story" meme that everyone says, it's bullshit.
Yeah. No, it's. Oh, I could have done better. It's okay. You can say that.
Holy crap.
Well, not for nothing. It's not like watching, Michael Jordan saying, "Yeah, I could do that too." When you talk about these Hollywood writers, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying maybe there's a lot of people trying to get few jobs, and that usually takes the market.
Yeah.
If everybody wants to be a writer,
It also makes the studios, I imagine, say people are the rank and file of writers' rooms. All right, there's a big line of Harvard graduates behind you, so if you don't like it, get out of here. that
Right?
kind of thing.
It happens in automotive all the time. They
Yeah.
graduate schools from kids from tech schools, and they take the place of the guy that's been there the longest.
That's what unions are for.
Well, I get it, but sometimes it breeds laziness in the process.
Elon Musk and Ryan Reynolds leak faith and stride in funny Twitter reactions.
All right.
Max.
Someone made a Someone made a deep fake of Ryan Reynolds plugging Elon Musk Tesla cars.
Oh yeah, saw that.
Shame.
And then
Shame.
What's the point of doing that?
Shame.
And then Ryan
Shame.
Reynolds
Shame.
posted an even more dubious video with the phony Elon Musk shilling aviation gin.
Shame.
All right, that's the whole story.
that's the Deadpool thumbnail saying shame.
Oh, Ray is coming in hot.
That is
If
a hot
we
take.
complain about AI like they did when horse and buggies were still around, we wouldn't have repetitive assembly, labor, and pharmaceutical streamlined for mass production.
What?
AI is inherently pro-worker.
What?
It's true.
Yeah, but
Um,
the studios.
kind of agree. I
and
kind of agree.
I'm just saying, companies will take this and to replace human workers. Don't you think?
I'm hoping they don't. I'm hoping it's used
Really?
as a tool. I'm hoping it's used as a tool. I think it could just be a tool, be used as a tool. Hopefully, but yeah,
With
I think it
something
is
about-
important that the writers do have like clauses about it for sure.
Listen,
and what they're fighting
there's
for.
going to be this AI. Truck drivers are in trouble. I mean, when you have like strep throat and you need like antibiotics, you're gonna end up punching your symptoms into AI and getting, that's around the corner. That exists, that technology now. You know what I mean? They're just still afraid to use it. It's coming, and it's gonna come to Hollywood, and it's gonna cut some jobs. You just have to adjust and compensate, I guess. It's interesting, but you can't. Ray is right. You can't be a Luddite about it and just say, "No, it sucks." Blah blah blah. It's coming.
Well,
You
there's
can't
ways
stop
to
it.
abuse every tool.
Well, let's see here.
Well, you shouldn't
ATM
use it to replace
Do you
human
guys-
workers.
Do you guys remember going back to the
Yeah.
bank back in the day? And they
Right.
had a shit ton of tellers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they came out with this thing called an ATM machine that everybody uses. because it's way more
Mhm.
convenient.
I only use that.
And there are no more tellers.
Although I feel bad because at the grocery store, I still go to the cashier without
Same thing with the quick
self-checkout.
check.
Yeah.
Same thing with the self checkout. Okay, so no, automation does it, man. It is what it is, man. Like lead follower, get out of the way.
Yeah, Bob, you could jump in for a few minutes here. Let me
Yeah,
see.
I'm actually gonna head out though later.
Oh, all right, Perp.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
late. It's late though.
12:30.
I have fun talking with you guys, and I'll probably
Yeah.
listen in the morning.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
See you
All
guys.
right. All right. Let me see where you are, Bob. All right. Now there were 4. Let me see what else I have here.
Whoa.
Oh, Bob wants to talk about AI. Hey, Bob, how's it going?
Yo, how's it going? Am I coming through loud and clear?
Very loud, yes.
Oh, I can turn it down a bit. Sorry.
That's all right. How are you doing?
Awesome. I just want to talk a little bit about the AI revolution.
The AI revolution?
Yeah,
Okay.
man, it's coming soon. Automated cars, automated trucks, which are going to self-load and self-deliver. It's going to revolutionize everything. You're going to have transportation speed up, be more efficient, less fuel waste, more environmentally friendly. You know, cars will be able to travel faster, quicker, fuel themselves. You know, and then with the AR and the creativity, these tools are going to leak into the hands of creatives as well, individuals like myself. I'm not an artist. I can't afford to hire an artist. I'm using Midjourney right now to develop a YouTube project, which is going to be an audio-visual experience. And it's going to propel my quality that I'm able to provide to levels I wouldn't be able to do without the assistance of AI-generated art. I'm also waiting for music tools to come out as a music producer. When there's tools where I'll be able to program in, I want a drum and bass beat, 4 to the floor, 140 BPM, go. That makes my life easier. I can focus on more creative things like melodies, harmonies, lyric writing. These tools are just going to free up stuff for creatives to work on more creative things. So this AI writing stuff as well, ChatGPT, if you've got an idea for a story, you can construct like parts of the story to build into your script. If you want a description of something, or you've got a vague storyline, an idea, and you want it fleshed out, it can help and be a tool to be used. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say on AI.
Oh, I'm glad you're optimistic. I'm not 100% either way. I have my concerns. I don't want people to lose their jobs, but there are benefits to it as well. Yes.
Well, they're going to have to adapt, and there's going to be people are going to lose their jobs. But I'm also a big believer. I watch a lot of futurist YouTubers like Isaac. What's his name? I forget his name. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
But
Senior thinks you're AI.
I'm possibly AI
because of your you're so pro AI. Senior is questioning you.
No, everything he just laid out is a perfect example why it's a good thing.
Yeah,
it helps.
Yeah,
dude.
definitely.
I mean, imagine if you had to do your job without a computer.
Exactly. What about all the industries which have gone and come in the past and rise and fall? The first lathe put loads of people out of business when people could build tools even better automated. So it's just and I'm also a big believer in the post-scarcity society where the technologies we use will provide us a better quality of life where we won't need to work. We can focus on important things which are personal to us, like
Wall-E. If people didn't work, we'd end up like Wall-E.
Or like that planet in The Mandalorian this season here, where the robots did everything.
No, what he's talking about is Star Trek: Next Generation. It's a post-scarcity environment to where the technology is to where you don't really have to work. You can pursue your, it's Marx's dream basically.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things I'd be interested in studying, but because of my financial and economic situation, I'm unable to pursue certain interesting careers. But if there was access through AI, streaming, education, VR, augmented reality, and all those kinds of technologies in there, when they hit their prime and their high level, if you want to spend 4 years studying electronic engineering, science, medical. You can just do it at home in an augmented reality environment. So you could just retrain for any job you want and pursue something which you're really passionate about. How many people have you known in their teens be like, I want to be a doctor, I want to help people, and then because of the system, they end up working a 9-to-5 job they're not happy with? Those people would get a second chance with retraining through virtual provided training, even from AI tutors who could compile lessons and be more efficient and tailor education to the person's capabilities of learning and the way they learn best.
That all sounds great. The most stuff I've seen is stupid stuff from people. The AI memes and BS.
Yeah,
you paint a very beautiful picture, Bob.
I do, but we have a big struggle in the next 50 years with environmental, social, and economic issues. We got to survive the next 50 years to get there, and I'm not too sure we're going to make it.
Oh boy.
Nah, we'll be glowing before then.
Yeah, we'll be
glowing?
gone in 50 years.
Did you say glowing or gone?
Glowing, yes. Glowing.
Definitely.
You know what that means.
Yeah.
Radioactive. Glowing.
Or a solar flare will go off and just wipe out all technology.
Well, now I'm getting depressed, guys. You guys are depressing me now.
That train was with all those chemicals that have been missing off that train in California this week. Who knows what's happening?
I have some really good news.
No, it's just, piss off a nuclear power and continue to piss them off. It's cool.
This is great news.
Oh, they're back on it? Finally?
It might come out this year or the next 12 months at least.
Where's CJH? This is his jam. This is his story, man.
Yeah. Ubisoft.
The open world Star Wars game, bro.
Yeah. This is great. Who expected this out of nowhere? Ubisoft.
What platform would that be on?
I think it's on everything. According to a new report, there we go. There's the problem. Ubisoft's open world Star Wars video game may release in the next 12 months.
Doesn't Microsoft own them though?
No, I think they have a deal with them.
It's been quite some time since fans heard from Massive Entertainment's upcoming Star Wars project, being one of the first titles announced after the EA Star Wars game Monopoly dissolved back in January 2021.
I mean, you've got to give it to Ubisoft, or Ubisoft, however you pronounce it. They do make an awesome open world game.
And yeah, if you have a very decent Ubisoft game has an open world that they know how to do, and it's in a Star Wars setting, that's the recipe for success,
Well, I mean, though, how open world is it going to be, man? Are you going to be on Coruscant?
I don't know.
With all the layers of layers? It's going to be like the MMO that you can get on PC for free.
Well, expectations are high for the Division team's venture to the galaxy. I've heard the Division developer has a good track record.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, practically though, like, how would you set up that massive a level?
It's interplanetary travel too.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, that's exactly like Star Trek Online, Star Wars, the Knights of the Old Republic.
All right. Well, I'm excited. I'm happy for people to get more Star Wars games. They just had Fallen Order sequel. What was it called?
Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, Jedi Survivor. So this is great. I'm very happy. All right.
I'm just waiting for it to come down, and then I'll be happy.
All right, now back to the negative.
Oh God, what now?
The Warner Brothers Cyborg shade that they're throwing at Ray Fisher.
Well, how much shit did he throw at them? Oh, good God!
But this obvious though. Look at this. Look at this. So they have these new emojis.
Wasn't that done last year also?
But it's like
it's nothing new.
It's more obvious this time around.
What?
Look, because you got even open space. All the other categories have open spaces. It's like a gaping hole.
I mean, I would see it if like the upper animated one had Cyborg in it.
It does.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yes.
Well, there's
Do they have the Doom Patrol one too? on
Yes,
the box?
yes, yes.
Oh yeah, that's shade.
You just proved the point. You just proved the point, Brian. Yes.
Did I?
Yes.
Or did I tell you
because
that he threw enough shade at them? So what the fuck?
Well, they're gone. Walter Muta's gone.
Okay. And
he's still talking about it on Twitter.
still talk shit about fucking Warner Brothers all day long.
Yeah. Well, they could have easily put him in. I want Cyborg as my emoji.
Why?
Yeah, but Cyborg's
Well, then use
useless,
the
man.
cartoon
What does he
one.
ever do?
Cyborg saved the world. He broke apart the mother boxes, Bob.
No, that was Superman.
Yeah.
Together.
Soups is like how much stronger than Cyborg? Soups could have done it on his own.
Yeah.
He didn't need Cyborg's help.
had
That was a pity. That was a pity. Like, yeah, I'll give you this one, Cyborg. You're useless.
All
I'll
right,
give you
nice,
this one.
nice visit, Bob. Nice visit.
That was funny.
So Max, who did you pick as your emoji? Then if you could
I didn't even pick it yet because I'm not even signed in yet on my TV.
Because he's so damn mad.
I have to get my password. I have to get my password on my PC and sign in again. What a hassle!
Did you download the new app?
On my phone, I'm in, but it's I want it on my TV, my Roku TV, and I forgot my password.
No.
Password
man.
changed. I have too many freaking
Wait, did you
passwords.
actually download the Max app on your Roku?
No.
Well, when
on my
you
phone.
do, all your information will be there already. You won't need to sign in.
It says it already changed.
Do you have an email address, Max?
Yeah.
You check the box that says forgot password.
Then it'll change it on everything else, and I'll have to sign it. Oh my god.
Max.
Oh, man, that's what you get for
try
forgetting.
go to your Roku and try to sign into your Max account.
That's why I'm an idiot. I put all my
Actually
passwords in the
do it.
same thing.
Because
I
there's
have all the same passwords.
There's two separate apps, HBO Max and Max. HBO Max disabled itself this afternoon.
Yeah. All right. I'll go and get.
You have to download the new app.
All right. I'll download the new app.
You didn't.
I thought I did. I thought I clicked it, and it said it was signing in the Max. All right. So Warner Brothers omits Ray Fisher Cyborg from Justice League's Max roster. He's canceled.
What's Justice League's Max?
Justice League on Max on the new platform. It's the HBO
Oh,
Max. Max.
Oh, I thought it was
See?
a new
Look.
movie. Or...
There you go. Look. Exactly what Brian said. Yeah. They include all the other cyborgs. Why was Cyborg left out?
Because he talks shit about the company.
Yeah.
Fuck around and find out.
They really don't like
Bob!
Oh, sorry. no
Basically,
F1s.
I mean, at the end of the day,
All right.
he found out.
He found out.
So I'm navigating it right now. There used to be a way to just look up DC stuff in a category.
There's a
I'm
DC
not-
hub, yeah.
Yeah, where is it? Oh, they have a Wizarding World hub now. Wow, interesting.
They have a DC hub too.
Oh, is it?
But half the stuff's gone because they sold it off to Netflix.
What?
Zaslav. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
There's actually now 36,000 hours of viewing pleasure.
36.
There's a lot. You and your wife could start watching 90 Day Fiancé, Max. You'll like that show.
And love it or list
Good eats. Alton Brown, dude. Entertainment and good food.
all the
Phoebe
dri-
Waller-Bridge.
drivers.
Rick and
Oh,
Morty.
jeez.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Here we go.
Attached to
Max.
Tomb Raider.
Max doesn't like her.
I know this.
No, I don't dislike her. I'm just like she
What?
appears everywhere, and
You
she
have like
doesn't-
3 stories
I
about
get-
her.
Are
today.
you giving me the Ben Affleck at the end of Batman or at the end of the Justice League?
I don't think
not
she.
like you.
I don't not like. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. I don't not, but I don't think she adds a lot of quality to the project she's involved with, unless it's Fleabag or whatever that was she won the award for. Like these other now Tomb Raider.
What award did she
New
win?
character-
Just a BAFTA, right? She didn't win the American awards for that, did she?
Well, she's
I
been in
don't
every
know.
Star Wars with the Millennium Falcon, so I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
She's caught Kathy Kennedy's. Let's be honest here. Do you think she's in Indy because of Mangold or Kathy?
Does
I
it
think
matter?
so.
She's
Yes,
in
it
it.
does matter. It does matter if she
doesn't
keeps
matter.
pushing the same people and they don't.
Is she the
bring
casting
it.
director?
I
She's
tend
the
to think
overlord over there, man.
The overlord,
it's-
like
I
she's a
think she's-
dictator.
she's a Kathy.
Well, how come
insert
so many
to
writers
Lady
and
Jensen.
creatives have parted ways mid project on her?
Yeah, but
I
then
think
yeah,
that
but
she-
Because their
then
projects weren't good.
But then she sticks around with these other individuals because of the similar interests.
Isn't that your same argument with James Gunn and him keeping the same people?
Yes.
James Gunn keeps good people around.
Yes.
What? Since when?
Oh my god!
I said I like hardcore.
What?
And
like
but
brother
you
is
complain
good.
about her being in everything, though.
It's
You
funny.
complain about her being in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, the Guardians of the Galaxy was a bad one. I was like,
yeah,
yeah,
okay, yeah, okay.
Max
we're
and
being
his
picky
flip
here.
flopping.
Yeah, this is old news, but
Like a fish in a frying pan.
Mm-hmm.
my 1,000-pound naked Amish gold expedition. What?
What? That sounds awesome.
Is that a real show?
Yeah.
I would watch
That sounds like really good reality TV.
Max
Go watch
exclusive.
it.
Are you serious?
No.
That's what's on Max.
That's the name. That's the name of all the shows combined. Some shows combined. But the good thing is, people that don't want to see it, they don't have to watch it.
I mean,
I can catch
Voltaire,
up on
am
Gold
I-
Rush. I'm excited.
Am I being unfair here? She keeps around people like Phoebe, and then she fires other people. Why?
Just like James Gunn.
Yes, James Gunn.
It's
Zack
similar
Snyder.
interests.
No. Well,
Oh, I
Gunn
thought that was
is
real
also has a lot of power too, right? So that's what these people with power get to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, call it nepotism. Call it what you will.
yeah, but
It's
James Gunn.
nepotism.
keeps
I mean, his
successful.
brother is in.
I like to call it capitalism.
All right,
Yeah.
if the Tomb Raiders, I'm looking forward to a Tomb Raider series on Amazon. Though I am.
She's gonna be Tomb Raider.
No, she's making a
No.
show. Doesn't mean she's starring in it.
Oh, I
She
thought
only
she was
stars in
gonna
half
be.
the things she writes. Only half of them.
How are they gonna make a modern Tomb Raider? Are they gonna put her in those little shorts and that tank top?
No, she's not going to be. If she is Lara Croft, that would be really, really cringe. That they would,
Well,
because
Tomb
she's-
Raider hasn't been relevant in years, so
Yeah, but it won't be the sexy Tomb Raider if they make a new show with her. It would
it's
be
a video
more,
game. It doesn't need to be sexy.
Well, it's going to
Yeah,
be
but if they make a
it's gonna be
live
all the
action
bridges
TV show.
attached.
if you want to be listen, let's be real here. Sex sells. It does, and it doesn't. That's not everything that Lara Croft is, but it can help with your reach. You know,
As
even the reboot,
teenagers from
even
the 90s.
yeah, even the rebooted Lara Croft was still kind of sexy. You know.
Didn't it bomb?
No,
Yeah, I think so.
Not really. It got a lot of hype reviews. A lot of people are still using it to benchmark PCs.
Yeah, the new
I'm
game.
talking about the last movie.
Oh,
The one with Vikander or whatever the hell. Yeah, it was okay, I guess.
All right. Let me see what else I hear here. Rapid
one thing
fire.
I will say about Tomb Raider is surely with the movie coming out, there's got to be a game coming out because someone bought the license for that. So maybe they're doing a tie-in.
Maybe.
Skull Island.
I still didn't play the rebooted Tomb Raider games. I want to play those.
No, they look
No.
like trash.
Like
That seems interesting.
Skull Island
Yeah,
trailer
After the
released
trailer,
for
it looks good.
MonsterVerse animated series. The only thing
Uh,
that's weird is
the
HBO.
animation?
HBO has Kong versus Godzilla 2. Apple has the live action series, and Netflix has the animated series. It's like you got to go to
'Cause
multiple
it's-
places. to get-
Isn't it public domain though? Isn't that why they're using it like that?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe
I
this
thought
is a different.
Universal had King Kong.
Maybe you're right, Brian.
What a
Maybe it's
DC
not the
license
same
out.
universe. Maybe it's not the same universe.
It's not the same universe.
All right. Well, it looks good.
I'm a
either
sucker
way.
for these these giant monster movies, but I don't know how it's going to be animated. If that's going to be any interest, or certainly give it a shot.
All right.
I'm hyped for the monster movies. The last couple I've seen were really good. Love Skull Island and Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah.
Which one had Brie Larson in it?
Kong Skull Island.
Okay. I love that one. No.
I love Brie Larson.
Yeah,
Greatest
yeah.
actress ever.
Ever.
I don't know if you're being serious or sarcastic right now.
A little bit of both.
The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon promo offers a quick tease of spinoff series.
Ooh.
I don't know. I have to finish Walking Dead. I fell off because I didn't have the AMC app, and when you went on there,
a lot of people fell off.
It only had 3 current. I think that you know what? I think that strategy really messed people up. You had to pay for the premium AMC to get the whole season, whereas if you just went to the AMC app, you can only watch the 3 most current episodes of Walking Dead.
What is the point? Is the app free?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'm never mind.
Oh.
That's fine. Yeah, why are you bitching?
Well, if you have a cable subscription, you had to
I mean,
sign
it was
in.
like, remember how it was like, hey, Hulu?
Yeah.
You
I
know-
mean, you were already paying through your cable, and then you got on the app, and then you had to pay an extra premium to get the whole season.
You still got cable?
No, my mother did, and I used to sign in under her AMC just to watch Walking Dead.
Dun dun dun.
Max the Rebel.
Max the pirate.
No,
Arr.
she didn't use it.
Pirating
she paid for-
cable. Shame on
Pirate
you.
her.
What
I
do you
signed
do with
it.
a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do
But
with a
either
drunken
way-
sailor
How dare you.
early in the morning. Oh, what?
I've fallen off.
I'm kidding, Max. Relax.
All right.
Having fun.
Let me see here. Max streaming service crashes on the first day.
Oh.
That's because so many people are trying to sign in at once.
Okay.
Didn't know their password.
Discovery and HBO Max users.
Well, everyone but Max. 'Cause you
I
get
mean,
a
I
password.
pay for it.
I get.
I will
mine
always
for
pay
free.
for HBO Max because they were the first one. I'm loyal to them. They were the first one to go standalone streaming, and I respect the hell out of them for that. To break away from the bastard cable companies, the awful
Yeah.
cable companies.
My Max is still free. Thank you, AT&T.
I still got to pay him for internet, but all right, those bastards. Oh.
Right, me too. Yeah. But I'm not paying them $150 a month so I can have HGTV and all kinds of.
No,
crap
you're
I
just
don't
you're
want.
just paying $100, and then you're paying like $15 here, $15 there.
Yes,
for
I'm getting
ad-free
nickel and
Netflix.
dimed by my own choice, though.
Right?
Ant-Man 3's nerfing of Jonathan Majors King unintentionally hurts Avengers 5.
What?
Thanks for spoilers.
Well, it's for Quantumania. People who have
Because he
kids.
lost? Why?
Yeah, exactly. One Avenger took him out. How's it going to make?
Yeah, Ant-Man, a D-level
Well,
character.
Wasn't it just one version of Kang?
Yeah.
No, but he was Kang the Conqueror.
Oh,
The worst of the worst.
I do think that's a potential problem. I mean, I saw that to begin with. You're having, even though I was excited to see him, and who knows if we're going to get Jonathan Majors back.
Nobody's ever really gone.
What did you guys think of this movie?
I like
Quantumania was
I liked
rough.
it a lot.
It was
didn't
rough.
I forget my
It's a
friend's
lot of
theory
CGI green screen, man. Like a lot of.
Well, they have
CGI.
to do a whole city.
Yeah, I know, but it was almost felt like too much in a way, you know. I will say Jonathan
Yeah.
Majors is really damn good. Holy Jesus, he good as King. I just watched the movie this weekend, obviously. But I don't know, man. That movie was rough. I don't know. The whole movie, Paul Rudd's a jackass. It's just like, and his daughter is so damn annoying and disrespectful to him. Jesus. And like the whole time, Michelle Pfeiffer's keeping that secret from everybody, even when they're in the quantum. It's like, shut up and tell everybody what the hell's going on. Maybe none of this would. I found that very annoying, personally.
What the hell? What's it? You okay?
No, I just like the whole
That's
time
like
that she's
every
like,
teenager that does that to their parents.
yeah, I wouldn't tolerate that if it was my daughter. I'll tell you that right now. But you know, hey,
She didn't even. That was even. She was the least of the problems. I actually was concerned about her, but I thought she was fine. It's just the movie.
good actress.
Is not good. In my opinion, it's just the
It had a high audience score.
Bill Murray cameo. It's just
Audience
too
liked it.
weird. All right,
I liked it.
well,
I didn't hate
That
it.
was a lot. and I get it. I get what you're saying. Was like that to do the quantum realm. That's how they have to do it. It almost seemed like I was watching an animated movie or video game cutscenes for the whole time. You know, it's
pretty much, yeah.
You're
not wrong on that, but
yeah.
It's just going to get worse from there. I mean, what are we going to do when we have those cosmic adventures in these movies? You know?
Yeah.
It's just gonna be-
CW's epic Arrowverse finale gets official trailer. Who's hyped?
I
How
fell
many
off the
special-
Arrowverse years ago.
Yeah, how many specials have they had over the years?
I
I'm
just
buzzed out.
expected this season to be a lot better since it was the last one, but it really hasn't been.
Oh, see, and the problem is the reason why I won't continue to watch the Arrowverse is because none of the people I've talked to, none of my friends on here like it at all. They're like, yeah, watch the first 4 seasons of Arrow, and that's it.
No, I've never stopped watching The Flash. I watched Arrow till we finished. I watched all of the CW shows until they finished.
Well,
I
You're a
enjoyed
completionist,
them.
though. Just a lot of people were just like really negative, and I'm not talking about you, Christopher. This is before like you
Yeah,
were
I
on the
know.
panel and stuff. But like everybody, even Titans, the same thing. Like I enjoyed Titans.
Titans are amazing.
But everyone's like, "Oh my god, Titans sucks."
Well,
I mean,
you got a panel full of Marvel shields.
No,
I like
dude.
Titans.
No, dude, I'm on a panel full of DC fans, dude.
I like it. You
When
keep
am I
saying
on?
this.
When am I on panels with Marvel fans, dude?
I don't know.
We were.
It's like 1:00 in the morning. I'm like Marvel fans.
No, but no, I'm just that's what I'm saying. Like we don't talk Marvel.
Marvel
that-
fans could be cutthroat.
Yeah, dude. No, they're DC fans, so they hate on DC. It's okay. It's like being a Browns fan. You could shit on your team. all you want.
I like Titans. I just never finished the last season.
The last 2 episodes were really good.
Okay.
Oh man, I just
Well,
hope they
we're-
kind of
we're-
continue at least one of those characters because Nightwing was badass.
We're nearing towards the end. I only have a few articles left, and then mailbag.
Mailbag. You could do a single stream for that, buddy.
Well,
You're not wrong,
16
Degrassi.
Summer 2023 movies ranked by box office prediction.
Oppenheimer. It's not going to hit at the box office, but I think it's going to be a good movie.
Was this article written by AI? It sounds like it.
Probably.
With the title.
Yeah. It's probably probably AI are writing lots of articles. Geekosity's using AI. All right. Let me see. Disney live action Little Mermaid remake. Our expected hit 1 billion. Well, not all. Okay. Let's see. Gran Turismo, I actually thought was a decent trailer. I was shocked.
I liked it.
And I was like, I don't want to be one of those people like, why are they making this? I kind of was
No,
like
it's a
that.
car racing movie. They're just throwing on the video game title. I like the idea.
Yeah. Couldn't end up with
There's
the
no story mode in Gran Turismo or anything.
I believe this
but-
is a true story, based on a true story.
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with the game, right? There's no story mode or anything.
No, the kid was actually really good at the game, and he went to driving school.
Oh.
They chose him. Yeah, so it was actually a true story.
Oh, that's interesting.
Pixar just doesn't have that buzz for me anymore. I'm
Whoa.
sorry. I want to,
Well, you're like 50.
Oh!
You're
What?
not wrong. It's the
I
same reason
love
why I don't
Pixar.
care for
I
Yeah,
get to
movies.
these
collect
movies
all-
aren't made for us.
I collected all the steel books, the 3D Blu-rays for
That's just
Pixar.
creepy.
Yeah.
Max,
It's
you've
not
aged
creepy.
out.
No, it's just they're not.
Do you have an ice cream truck
The
too?
concepts are not very exciting lately.
No, a van
Right
with no
there.
windows.
Ah,
Yeah, right. I was gonna say,
I
paddle
mean, you're
van, no
all
windows.
dogging on me, but are you interested in cartoon characters about the elements?
Yes.
No.
I saw the trailer. I was quite intrigued by it. It seems like they've done a lot of world building. Like the water world is literally a water world, and the fire world's a fire world, and these elements can't interact with each other. So I quite like the world building.
Okay.
So it's like a Romeo Juliet type of storyline here. That's interesting.
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm missing that. It's just not doing it for me.
He's
latest.
lost that love and feeling.
Now this looks cool.
Oh, this looks
Turtles,
amazing.
Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja. Everyone let it. April looks amazing.
Ugh.
But I'm not hating on her. She just doesn't look cool.
Well, she doesn't look. She's not sexy enough for you to
He
fap
doesn't
off
look.
to.
No,
Yeah.
don't.
That's
You know,
it.
she's not cool. She doesn't look
Max
very.
likes that yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah, I like the yellow jumpsuit.
Ugh.
Okay, that was the 80s. We're in like 2023 now. That
I
was
know,
like
but
50 years
I
ago.
want the characters whenever you do
I
rebirth.
don't think
they
April
look
O'Neil
cool.
has a perm anymore either.
You know,
Shame,
I don't get.
poor
I don't get.
shame.
I don't get the April O'Neil vibe. Like you look at Little
This is
Mermaid
geared
remake, you
for
get the
children.
Ariel vibe from.
It's not for you, Max. It's for the younger generation.
It's for me because I'm a fan of TMNT.
The turtles are like 10 years old.
Dude, I haven't watched Ninja Turtles.
Are
in
they
years,
only
my
supposed to be
dude.
10 years old in this?
You're all.
Yeah, they're
you're all.
like 11, 12.
You're all defending.
So they're not teenagers.
Yeah.
No.
Wait,
Yeah,
They're the
but let's-
preteen Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
We can't be
The
so
adolescent
dismissive.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Can't be so dismissive of criticism.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
You guys have been beating up Max quite a bit tonight.
No, I mean seriously. You're defending it. What, you can't get off to April soon? Is she gonna sell toys? Is she gonna be exciting?
I
to
didn't say
anybody?
get off. I said fap.
Well, you know. Is she gonna sell April O'Neil toys? I mean, it hurts everyone, the toy industry and everything.
How do
They
you
gonna
know?
sell the
Really?
toys. No one's gonna
Well,
buy I mean,
update-
all right, someone's gonna buy the April O'Neil toy, but who?
Really?
Yeah.
People who buy
People who are
toys.
fans of April who are kids who want to play with the toys.
So when I
Alright.
collect all the toys, I like them.
I think you guys are playing games here.
No, not at all. I think you're like a boomer.
Yeah. Yes,
Thank
yes.
you, Bob.
Why
Thank you,
isn't
Bob.
this show made for me? Well, because you're not 10, dude.
And
I
when-
want
and
all
when they do-
characters, 3 designs, and reboots
That was
to be
30
exciting.
years ago, Max.
And when they do Funko Pops of these characters, you don't think collectors are gonna run out and grab them?
Okay. Well,
I'm
Bob,
gonna buy-
when
I'm
are
gonna
you
buy
buying
that.
your April O'Neil action figure?
I'm gonna buy one just to spite you, man.
Good, good.
Oh, everybody's spiting Max tonight.
But
Are you
no,
gonna
like, if they-
make videos at the toy store like the Rose Tico action figures? You're like,
That,
look,
that
look.
video is going to get you so many views, Bob.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
But I'm
Why
still
is,
looking for the
why is
project
Raphael missing a tooth? Why is he missing teeth? What's going on?
because he's the more
Haven't got the adult teeth yet.
he gets some more scuffs. Look, he's got scars on his shell.
Yeah. Are they really not teenagers? They're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but they're less than teenagers.
Ahsoka is in a
Have you
honey
heard the voices they use for them?
That's ridiculous. That's stupid. Then
Anything
go back to that
Rosario-
story, Matt. I'm sorry. What was that number with Ahsoka?
Haunted Mansion.
That's not Ahsoka. Oh, okay.
That's Rosario Dawson. She is one of the greatest actresses in Hollywood. I absolutely adore her. She is amazing.
Yeah,
She's
Barbie?
making a lot of money lately.
Yeah. And she was in Clugs too, and she did a great job.
Blue Beetle.
Beetle. Yeah, buddy.
I want Blue Beetle bad. That looks good.
They're saying
It's the-
potentially
it's the-
400 million for Blue Beetle.
Is it
Yeah,
the
that sounds right.
is it the Hispanic Blue Beetle, I
Yeah.
believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I love
Karate
that one.
Kid.
That's
One of the Karate Kid guys is playing.
Tommy Ray.
Yeah, that's the
Cholo.
one I followed, so I like that one.
I think Meg 2 is going to be a hit.
Degrassi's gonna go watch All the President's Men.
Oppenheimer, Spider-Verse, that opens this weekend, right? Oh no,
Next weekend. Is it next weekend?
Spider-Verse?
Christopher, you were fighting with someone on Twitter today about Miles Morales. What was that all about? Were you just
Yes, because they said Miles Morales is pretty much just a shell of Peter Parker with no story, no history.
What?
And right now, Miles Morales is way more popular than Peter Parker in comics to the younger kids.
To general people, I was always a
Yes.
hardcore Spider-Man fan, but once Miles Morales hit Ultimate Marvel, Ultimate Spider-Man, and then like the video game, I prefer Miles Morales. I think he's a more interesting, compelling
Yes.
character. I mean, obviously we've got decades of history with Peter Parker, but for a modern interpretation of Spider-Man, who's canon with Peter Parker, he's much more interesting to me.
The problem with Peter Parker, Batman, Superman, any character that's been around that long, the fans get mad when creators try to do something different with them, and they end up going right back to the way they were. With Miles, you could do different stories, you can have different takes.
Yeah, he's a different Spider-Man, and he's got different morals and different like guiding philosophies.
Yes.
And
You know, he's
motivation.
been around since what, 2011. So it's not like he's just popped out of a box somewhere. Yeah, so I take my fights on Twitter very seriously.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
over
it's hardcore.
not over stupid comic book movies. Oh, sorry.
Oh, what? I was complimenting you. Have to go into that. Come on now.
Come on, you don't have to segue into that. but thank you. No, it's the channel, it's the environment that makes me do that.
Yeah,
They should kill off.
I'm not
Todd. I know. They should kill off the current guy from Spider-Man because he's like done in his contract and replace him with Miles.
Oh, Tom Holland?
Yeah, he's done in it as Spider-Man, I heard.
Well, the current writer of Spider-Man, Zeb Wells, has been told not to go to Comic Cons because his life might be threatened because of the way he's writing Spider-Man. The fans really hate it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's been
Really?
warned not to go to cons.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, I've heard about some of these this stuff with the new Spider-Man comics. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy there.
Yeah, it's a little change. The fans want him with Mary Jane, and he's not with Mary Jane. It's like a soap opera with some of these fans.
Oh my god, dude! Watch the animated series. He was only with Mary Jane for like 4 episodes.
Mailbag. Quote of the day 98. I don't stop whining, Kelly. I don't know if you've ever let someone down, got your ass kicked, or straight up failed, but those are the moments that define us. They push you further than you've ever thought possible and force you to make choices because each man is the bard of his own existence, no matter what the cost. Okay.
Is that Fight Club?
I don't know. Hey, Max, I hope you're having a good
Tyler
stream
Durden.
tonight. Yeah, because I have interesting opinions about the 2 films I saw this week. First is my thoughts on Fast X. Yeah, I know the franchise is bonkers and clearly don't give no freaking Fs on what the hell is going on and just on the blockbuster action film. But one of the things I enjoyed the movie is Jason Momoa, crazy speed demon. Personally, really interesting. Too bad it's not enough to make me watch Aquaman 2 because of Amber Oh. And for Indiana Jones 5, personally, I thought it was okay. But after seeing the reviews from critics and fans, I feel pretty sad because the last indie adventure is about to go out like this. But hey, in a decade of times, they can reboot the franchise and start from scratch once again.
You know, I saw a lot of bad takes about Momoa. That he's too feminine because he's wearing a pink scrunchie. I'm like, what?
Too feminine
he's
for
wearing
what?
Huh?
Too
During
feminine
for Fast X, everyone else is masculine in the movie except for him.
Say that to his face.
I know people are so.
Whoop your
Is
ass.
he really wearing
dude.
a pink scrunchie?
He has a weird hair.
Yes,
deal
and
on.
he wears pigtails.
Yeah, but
Allegedly.
he's always been like
He's
that.
Jason Momoa. He can do what he wants.
Yeah.
Dude.
He'll
Jesus,
still
man.
get laid regardless. Unlike
He's
some of
already
these
always
internet
been
shows.
eccentric, dude. They're just
That's
jealous
fine.
because their girlfriend likes him.
Yeah.
The ladies do
literally-
like him.
He literally showed his ass on Jimmy Kimmel show or whatever it was.
Yeah, he's always been like that.
Yeah, of
I've
course you
loved him
remember that,
since
Bruce,
I've loved him
What
since
you sent
Stargate
it to me,
Atlantis.
Max.
Why are you
Along
doing that,
with-
Max?
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Baiting a motherfucker. Jesus.
Max, 2 days ago, rest in peace to a good man actor and a cool badass Punisher. And her last
Yeah.
appearance will be in the Ahsoka Tano show. So please show your respect and say final goodbyes. Thank you for everything. You'll never be forgotten. Ray Stevenson, 1964, 2023. Yeah, that was crazy.
Wow.
And very sad. At least we get to experience him in one of his last roles coming up. It seems like it's a cool role for him. I enjoyed him in the MCU. I gotta watch Punisher Warzone again. I never really gave that a shot. Momoa is comfortable with exploring the spectrum of masculinity. Break the binary. Love to see it. Okay. Cool.
Agreed. He was always like that.
Me too. I'm breaking the binary myself.
I could show you some pictures.
Whoa, Bob. All right. Max, so the thumbnail was about Kathy Kennedy. Any thoughts about the future for an Obi-Wan season 2? They said they're not working on it. Are you guys interested? Yes, I'm interested. Do you think they can improve better in season 1? Also, Natalie Portman is open to returning to the franchise, and personally, I don't want her back because I absolutely hate her character. Anyway, your thoughts?
Isn't she dead? She's dead.
Well, I don't even think Natalie understands. Like, it'd be hard for her to come back. You're like, your character died. They'd have to de-age you, right? If they brought her back, because it'd be a past story.
I don't think Obi-Wan needs a second season.
I think it does.
I just think people just want a second season so they can see more Darth Vader fights with him.
I really loved seeing Ewan McGregor again, and then maybe this time. Well, no, they can't. He can't have Avengers with young Luke. Probably be Leia again.
Unless they change canon, and then people will freak out.
But I don't. I really think this is a throwaway line from Natalie Portman. Like, how is she going to come back?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is there like a mandate from Kathleen Kennedy that like the TV shows can't really have anything to do with Jedi and Sith? Because that's always what's really interested me in Star Wars, and I was hoping for more exploration into like the history of the Jedi and
the Acolyte.
There hasn't been that much, but the next couple of shows should be good for you. Then, Ahsoka will have some Jedi lore in it, and like Max said, the Acolyte will too eventually.
Yeah,
but yeah,
people,
you're right. They haven't had enough
people were at the time. People were saying we're sick of Jedi. It's sick of that.
There's
story.
a lot of foolish people who feel that way.
There was a big outcry for that one, though. I mean, there was a lot. So yeah, and now we want it. People,
I would imagine the CGI budget would skyrocket if they added those Jedi to the shows.
Mass Vigilante.
Star Wars without Jedi is mediocre sci-fi.
Apart from Andor.
No, there's not a lot of Andor fans here, Bob. I am.
What are you talking about?
Andor was incredible. It was great.
Apparently not a lot of people think that though.
Wow.
Including Crazy Joe. Crazy Joe hated Andor.
When I watched it, I called it
But he liked Crystal Skull, so I'm not gonna really give that one legs.
Don't click that.
I'm gonna watch. Oh, really?
I don't know what it is. It's Reddit, so you never know.
Okay. I'm gonna watch Crystal Skull soon. I actually tried to sign in my Amazon account that had the Indiana Jones the other night, and it wasn't working. Nothing was working the other day. I blame HBO turning the Max. It screwed everything up.
What?
Everything was broken. I'm just kidding.
I never watched.
Oh, you never watched.
I never watched Crystal Skull. I was around my mum's house and she had it on the TV and she's like, "What do you want to watch?" And I was like, "I want to watch this. I've never seen it." And like 30 minutes in, I was really enjoying it. It's a bit tongue in cheek, a bit like
it's fun,
cheesy, fun.
Yeah,
and I was loving it. And my mum was like, "This is rubbish. I'm turning it off." And I was like really annoyed.
No, I think you should finish it, Bob. I think it's fun.
It was a good fun movie from what I could see.
Yeah, they good banter. Good chemistry between the actors.
Yeah, I don't think I got up to when Shia LaBeouf turns up.
I like his character. I'm not a huge LaBeouf fan, but
he's not
a LaBeouffer.
No, I like Mutt though. I thought it was a good character. Max, more news of Jonathan Majors Kang recently after letting Jeff Loveness off because of the Ant-Man 3 fumbling the bag, and of course Marvel Studios is shuffling projects left and right. Do you think they shouldn't have let Kang carry the MCU forward, or that wasn't the plan? And now after a legal court system drama is happening, do you think Kang is still going to be the main bad guy forward but recast, or would they switch him out for Doctor Doom Galactus? Well, I guess I'll have to wait and see at the end of Loki season 2 if he stays the big bad, or any thoughts, or gets the boot. I think everything's possible. I think they could change the big bad, but they call it Kang Dynasty, so that'd be kind of rough. They did actually get rid of the writer for Kang Dynasty, so things could be drastically changing for that movie. I don't know.
I doubt it. If he was a quarterback, he'd be starting on Sunday.
Well, we'll see. I don't know.
The House
I'm
of Mouse has enough money to make any legal issue go away.
I just want to see the next Avengers movies. I don't care if they stick to Kang or not, honestly.
With Riri as Iron Man.
As Iron Man or Ironheart?
Ironheart, sorry.
Oh, okay. Because that'd be different if Iron. Does that actually happen in the comic verse for the Ironheart? Riri takes over and is now called.
No, I don't think she takes over as Iron Man, but she's basically the replacement
there was
Iron
a
Man,
point where Tony Stark was dead, and she was
and he
being
was a hologram.
mentored by AI. Tony Stark.
Yeah, and they brought back the old armor and the blue head hologram.
Let me click this link to see what it says here.
Where is the Ironheart series anyway? Did they mention it at all?
Ironheart?
Yeah, to be released this year.
I don't know. That is a good question. Where is it?
What happened to Armor Wars? Is that still a series?
Yeah, it's becoming a movie now, I think.
Yeah, I thought I heard it was becoming a movie.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think people that dropped off my radar too. What happened to Ironheart? Okay.
2024.
So Ubisoft is making Star Wars open world game. Personally, I think this would be because it's Ubisoft, but I just wanted to tell you that's all. Well, Master Vigilante, I was happy about it. I brought up this link. We'll save that for last. Max, it seems that Bob Iger and Disney is about to pull Warner Brothers move and remove half of their content on the service and Hulu, man. I wish they could have made physical copies of the shows like Willow before erasing them and never be seen on the face of the earth again. Your thoughts? Well, if you want to get them physically, people sell them anyway. It's illegal, but it's there. If the service isn't going to provide any way for you to do it, what am I going to say?
All these people complaining about shows being canceled. No one was watching these shows.
Watch it now.
No, you can't have an outcry.
If people were watching it when it was running, then there wouldn't be a problem when it got canceled.
Exactly.
Well, they're merging Disney Plus and Hulu, so they probably want to streamline everything before that happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on Hulu that doesn't necessarily need to be on Disney Plus. Like How I
It
Met
is
Your
just
Mother. Give
fascinating
it back to Netflix.
It's just fascinating how quickly Willow was up and now it's going to be gone forever. It's amazing.
I never finished it. I got to finish it.
Watch the first.
I haven't watched one episode, so
watch 2.
Zero.
Okay, well, how was it?
It was
Bad,
okay.
obviously.
It was all right.
I tried to watch Willow movie because I've never seen it.
It's Happy Dark Universe Day.
I couldn't get through the first 20 minutes of it.
Yeah, if you didn't grow up with it,
the movie.
If you didn't grow up with it, you're probably not going to enjoy it. It's really rough.
Oh,
the contemporary dialogue really kills
You are witnessing the beginning of the Dark Universe.
You clicked it?
I clicked it. Yeah, that's what it was for.
I just want to say, with streaming services, it's so hit or miss what shows get renewed and stay off the air. I'm still devastated about Dark Crystal, getting cancelled after one season, after all the work they did restoring all the puppets and scenery. It would have been cheaper to make a season 2, and they just cancelled it. That series was incredible.
Mm-hmm. You have an Ironheart model statue in a box. Let's have some everyday merch. Okay.
Nice.
I have one more thing, but I don't know if we want to do it. I'm going to fully react to it.
I'm up for anything, Max. Let's go.
All right. It's Bob's fault. It's
Yeah,
Bob's
right.
fault. Because I wanted to see what they're talking about. I didn't watch this ahead of time.
Oh, God.
It's Jeremy and Ryan talking about this should be examined. Fires thousands of employees in third round of layoffs. Is this accurate? Third round of layoffs? I don't know.
They said they were going to fire 14,000 employees, right?
That's sad.
Good golly.
I mean, I'm not celebrating. Listen,
I'm
not biting the hand that feeds me. If you don't have Disney paying for ads, there's going to be an apocalypse. If Disney actually goes under and all they talk about is Disney products, they make money off Disney. So what are you going to talk about when Disney's not around?
Rings of Power?
Thank you.
Sorry.
I like Rings of Power. Yeah, but
they don't. We're talking about them.
Yeah. But
Rings of Power is unbelievable.
I thought we should, because I didn't even know about all these layoffs. I didn't.
It's been in the news for months.
I didn't hear this part. I heard about the lawsuits back and forth, but I didn't know they were laying people off. And it's third round of layoffs. That's pretty significant. Shouldn't be ignored. So, Kathy Kennedy, Indiana Jones, better get that box office. But this is the parks that I think they're talking about, right? Or is this just across the board?
Mm-hmm. Disney
All right, well,
disaster.
Yeah, Disney disaster every day.
Very menacing.
Either way, like thousands of people have lost their job, and that's
No.
sucky.
That's true. Hold on, my audio messed up.
The same thing happened with Amazon. Who else laid off? Tesla laid off thousands. Everybody's laying off thousands of people.
Yeah, it's bad.
Well, we're heading into an economic crisis, aren't we?
Bob, my opinion is that the last time it wasn't worse with the pandemic because then we still had the entertainment industry making some money. But if the entertainment industry is also, I think it's could get pretty bad.
The economy was booming then.
Well,
relatively,
they lost a lot of money being shut down for almost 2 years. A lot of these companies.
Yeah,
they have to make it up some type of way.
All right. Well, let's see if they bring any receipts here.
We talked yesterday about all the bad things that have been happening with Disney and how they're trying to deflect everything. And especially when it comes to Florida, trying to blame the state of Florida on a bunch of their problems, including trying to make this claim that, you know what, DeSantis is the reason we're not bringing 2,000 jobs to Florida. We're not investing all this money.
No, I actually agree with them there. After doing some research, it seems like this project wasn't going to go through either. They're just spinning it that like, oh, screw you, DeSantis. We're not bringing jobs there. But it seemed like they weren't going to. It seems likely that this project wasn't going to go through anyway. They're just spinning it.
Is the media spinning it or is Disney spinning it?
Both.
You sure?
Yeah. There's a lot of, well, no, Disney is saying it in their lawsuits. I read their lawsuits for their, but you're right. It's a lot of media spinning it, but Disney is also, if you read their lawsuits, everything opens up with, we're providing this much money. We have plans to provide this much more to the state of Florida, blah, blah, blah. It's really interesting.
So,
Florida. Otherwise, we totally would have done it. We promise, bro. Just a day after all of that, well, guess what? Disney begins yet another round of layoffs. Thousands of people at Disney losing their jobs. This is the third massive round of layoffs we've had. In fact, this one was only supposed to be 700 people, Jeremy, but instead they fired 2,500 because Disney's trying to save money everywhere. Their decisions that they have made, whether it's in streaming, whether it's the box office, the theme parks, everything, have been costing them money for the past several years. They've been prioritizing other things other than entertaining people. That's been the real problem. That's what's to.
He's going to say it's because of the
woke
agenda. If he says it, I'm going to punch my monitor. Oh my God.
Well,
Go
the quality
woke,
has
broke, or get woke, broke.
It's been
Disney's never going broke.
It's quantity over quality. Brian left on this note. Brian's like, God, he's like,
I'm about to leave.
I'm about to leave too.
Oh, really?
I'll stay with you, Max. This is interesting to me.
Nah.
You guys are upset with me?
It's 1:30.
No, not you. These guys with this get woke blaming stuff. It's nonsense. It's like people with compassion, humanity, care for each other, openness to let people be who they are. They're the enemy.
No, I agree. I it's not woke isn't gonna make it go broke. It's the quality. That's all. The quality's sliding. Quantity over quality. It's just
Or is it just the same formula and people are tired of it?
Yeah.
Well, it's been the same formula with the 3-act structure, the hero's journey for years.
Yeah. Oversaturation, like not everything needs a spin-off and its own series. Not every character, like Echo, did not need her own. Even though I'm not a hater of Echo, but she did not need her own series. Even Feige said, I heard Feige said it was unreleasable until they did reshoots or something.
Golly.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if that's.
Why didn't they give her
seen
like
that
a
quote.
3-episode arc in the Daredevil TV show? That's
Right.
It's interesting that they made that its own thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Agatha Coven of Chaos.
Well, at least
And,
Agatha has a little more interesting of a character. That Echo
Yes,
character
but
didn't leave much
she
of
was
an
very
impression on you.
interesting in WandaVision. You know.
Yeah. Right.
But I don't. It's like everything.
No, I
doesn't
don't think
even
that's going
tell
to be good
series.
either. But at least her role in WandaVision, she was striking. She had some energy. The Echo character just was kind of flat to me. I don't know.
Man. All right, let's see. No, this is significant. I'm very sorry. Sad to hear this. I don't want people losing their jobs.
To blame. So it's so funny to see this come out the day after they pretend like they were going to add a bunch of jobs here in Florida. Oh, by the way, they fired thousands more people. It's just a joke.
I thought we were just making all this up, Brian. I thought that we were just, it was rage bait YouTubers that were making shit up.
yeah.
That's
Well,
what I was told. Can you confirm?
Wait. Surely, like, if Disney has laid off a few thousand people and they're hiring a few thousand people, doesn't that just sound like a reorganization, or am I misreading this?
Well, they were pretend. They're saying they were being disingenuous to suggest they were actually hiring more people. They weren't actually going to go through it too if they were laying off people the next day. They're saying that all that spin with the prior article was BS.
Okay,
That
well,
they-
maybe
yeah.
this is very speculative YouTube spinning for me from what I can see. It's two separate stories, two
Yeah.
different things going on. It's a huge company, you know.
I kind of agree with them on this one though, Bob. That I think they were fronting. They weren't actually going to go through with that other project.
Well, do we know if they've stopped that other project?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
not
they
going
have.
through- Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they're not going through with it, and they're kind of alluding that it's because of a certain DeSantis.
Well, the one thing about DeSantis, well, I mean Disney, is that they will be there long after DeSantis is out of office.
Yeah.
So, you know, everything in Florida is temporary until someone else is in office.
Except Bob Iger.
Well, Florida leans really conservative, so even the next person's going to go after Disney too. I think.
I don't believe. I think the whole DeSantis is an anomaly in a conservative.
So they did something legally though, Bruce. Disney has that town that they kind of basically run, and they had a council that was all Disney members, and DeSantis passed a law saying, these are going to be government appointees now. So the council that oversees all the Disney stuff is now Florida state legislature people selected, right? So is a new government going to is a new governor going to change that? You know, is he going to put it back
with enough promised jobs and development
It's interesting.
from Disney?
It's
I think they will.
interesting. Yeah, that very well may happen. You're absolutely right.
I don't think you're getting rid of, even after Ron DeSantis, this anti-Disney thing is really leaning conservative. Like they do,
Right.
they have stuck their foot in the sand on Disney for some reason. They will not let Disney go.
I don't think it's all conservatives.
A lot of conservatives.
I heard something about, you guys will know more about this than me probably. I heard something because Disneyland's in Florida, right? And didn't Disney have a mandate that they're going to handle all the trash collection and cleaning or something? And then the Florida state was like, no, Disneyland can't be its own thing anymore or whatever. And then
yeah,
like,
that's
Disney
kind of what
was
I was talking about.
Disney was like, okay, you do the trash collection now, and it's going to cost the state more money.
$1 billion do their own trash, their own police force.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost the state $1 billion.
Okay.
Yeah, because the
all
state
all this culture war stuff is good for the grifters, but not good for
Taxpayers.
Taxpayers and people in the state. That's why it drives me crazy. You know, like,
Yeah, the
there's a
whole
lot
lawsuit-
of conservatives that make a lot of money on Disney products too.
And not for nothing, states do not have unlimited money that file lawsuit after lawsuit.
Yeah, but there's nobody
Eventually-
overseeing it. Bruce,
Eventually,
for them-
taxes get
Yeah.
raised, and people pay for it. Not the
yeah,
people
but
in charge.
yeah, it's hard for people to see that though. That's the thing. You know what I mean? It's that's the problem with this lawsuit that's going on. It's just the amount of resources on both sides are stupendous. So it's just and they've dug in. So I don't know. Maybe it'll change once DeSantis, if he announces that he's going to run for president. Maybe people will stop listening to him as much. I don't know.
I just don't
Well,
think. I just
his,
think even the next one is going to go after Disney
well,
too. I
his
think.
slogan is going to be "Make America like Florida."
Yeah, and don't they have a supermajority in the state legislature over there? It's all Republican.
In Florida,
So
yes.
Max's point is valid too. You know.
Yeah, he's going to announce
we were
his
just
presidency run in about 12 hours. He's doing it live with Elon.
Elon Musk, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he's
doing
doing it on Twitter. It's not with Elon, is it?
Oh, I thought it was going to be with him on.
I don't know. I just
Didn't Elon get Tucker for Twitter too?
Yes.
Yeah, he did. I wish I'd sold my
Making it
Tesla
up.
stock a year and a half ago. Damn.
Right, we're just making it up. None of this. Disney's not in trouble. The company's running perfectly. Bob Chapek didn't get fired. Bob Iger, isn't firing people all over the place. You don't have them losing in some of their best areas right now, whether that be Marvel or Star Wars. None of these things.
That's
are happening.
false right
This was
there.
all made up.
What's false?
That's subscribers in India once they lost cricket on Disney Plus.
And isn't it also very selective framing when we're in an era where streaming services are kind of
They're all losing, yeah.
They're all losing, so it's a bit like, Disney's losing as well.
It's oversaturated. It's not because of woke. There's just too many streaming services, and people.
Yeah.
What is that thing called where you jump to each streamer? Churn.
Well, this happens with
Turnover.
all stream. People turn it off. When House of Dragon was on, everybody was rushing to get HBO, and
Right.
when it stopped, they canceled their subscriptions. It happens to all.
I'm gonna subscribe to Crunchyroll just so I can watch Demon Slayer once all the episodes drop, and then I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Similar.
Isn't
There
Demon,
needs to be-
Demon Slayer's on Netflix?
Do you know what I
The
think
new
needs
season?
to happen?
Oh, the new season? No.
Yeah.
I
Where
think
are
there
you
needs to
watching
be
it,
a big.
Christopher?
I'm watching Crunchyroll. It's on episode 7 this season.
Right, that's what I mean. I'm gonna subscribe so I can watch the new ones. Sorry, go ahead, Bob.
Sorry about that.
I just think all these subscription services competing against each other at the moment is damaging each other, and that down the line there's going to be some sort of merger with these subscription services where they come to some sort of partnership, and you'll pay more money for a single subscription service but get more content. They're going to have to do it, otherwise we're just going to keep getting new subscription services. I'm burnt out from all these subscription services.
Well,
I'm
they're
canceling things.
they're combining them. They're combining some of them.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. It's good for the consumer.
Yeah, that's like what people were complaining last week about the Disney. The HBO and Discovery. Never complained about getting more content. You don't have to watch everything.
Well, it's interesting, these streaming wars. Like, I don't know, again, not to bring it to sports, but like the NFL sold its rights. There are 2 games this year. I think it's at least 1, maybe 2 games, which will be exclusively on Peacock streaming, and people are losing
I
their
saw
minds
that.
over that. Because they said, Peacock, I have to order another streaming service just to watch an NFL game. It's like very
You don't have
interesting
to
time.
watch it.
Well, there's people.
I don't.
Yeah.
We'll give them like another minute there, make some sense. But they're just basically. Do they look gleeful that people losing their jobs? I don't know. I don't know. Look, we were
They're doing
right.
even-handed reporting.
Disney Plus isn't losing millions and millions of subscribers right now. They can't even see growth at this point in time. And again, why would anybody sign up to Disney Plus? I really don't understand what
I
what
love
is the
Disney
draw
Plus.
for Disney Plus. What is
Well,
the
right
thing
now,
pulling it?
people are unsubscribing.
Yeah, I know.
Like, we just made it up, right? We're just making it up that they're struggling. Meanwhile, they're losing millions of subscribers, losing hundreds of millions of dollars.
Ignoring some context, though, I have heard that multiple sources, like Brucifer was saying, that the cricket affected certain regions that they did it for the sports. There's some missing context there that all streamers are losing right now, especially with also the writer's strike. People are like, they're starting to do other things now. The longer this writer's strike goes on and content's more sporadic,
Do you think post-COVID, with the shift of the way the entertainment industry is going on, we're going to see more independent franchises pop up using platforms like YouTube and other streaming and hosting services. Because if these people are losing their jobs to AI, they're still going to be writers. They're still going to have skills. They could move their talents and be more independent.
Yeah, I would say they should write their ass off and do their own IP and then try to sell it when the strike is over. Do your own treatment, do your own pitch for a project, get it ready.
Well, you
and
think
then,
they don't do that now?
No. Yeah, they probably are, but there could be some very interesting projects after this writer's strike from actual writers. I don't think from AI. I don't think AI is going to come up with some great pitches for stuff.
Well, the history of the film industry has always been the big five, was it, or big six, and then one dropped out. And it's always been controlled by these big studios. I'd like to see it fractured up on more smaller studios, providing more interesting independent content. Like look at stuff like Invincible and The Boys, and
those are more recent, yeah.
And also even we've got content creators producing their own content. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's cool to mention it, but like even Vito has released Super Killer. He's done a successful Indiegogo, and I'm really hyped for that project. So I'd like to see more creatives.
Well, yeah, me and Bruce for full the Godhood Comics. The Antagonist is going to be a new show, but these are all superhero stuff.
The
mainly.
problem with independent creators and funding their own projects is that they only put out one project per year. People lose interest.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it'd be cool if we saw more like smaller studios pop up, but not like completely independent, but more indie, like where you get like collectives of comic book writers or movie writers coming together and forming their new, like how we had with Image back in the day. What that was promised to be, which never really worked.
Well, there is a project coming out with I think there's about 16 to 20 writers and artists. They're partnering with Amazon to form their own comic book company.
Right.
But they're still controlled by a company, and they're probably not going to have their rights to the characters like every other major comic book.
The hand of Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, maybe I
Well-
shouldn't have said The Boys. Sorry. I
Well,
was digging my brain for indie projects, and I came up short.
Well, a lot of these horror projects start indie too. You know, when they make a lot of money. There's growth for it. I don't know. I've run out of steam, guys.
Yep.
No worries.
Thank you, Brucifer. Thank you, Voltaire. Bob, coming with some hot takes tonight.
Thank
you. Pushing back against me. I appreciate. Call me a boomer. All right.
I'm only deflecting so people don't call me a boomer.
What do you think, Bruce, for Voltaire? Should we keep Bob? You call me a boomer about April O'Neil?
How old is Bob?
I mean, sadly, you've been called worse, Max. So I think it's okay.
Yeah,
You'll weather the storm.
I'm 41.
I'm 40 in September.
I'm the oldest one on the panel. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Vince. Yeah, congrats on your new job. I think your new gig. Awesome, man. Oh, I watched Sisu.
How
I was a little disappointed.
A horror movie.
Little disappointed.
Right? It's a horror movie.
No, Sisu's like John Wick.
With
against Aussies.
Meh.
I just is a little lacking in the action. It was more like this guy just doesn't give up and just survives everything. You know? It was still enjoyable, but
True, Degrassi.
Oh, you see, we're talking about cable company. You're Voltaire. Take it easy on the cable companies. Vince just got a job at the cable company.
Sorry, Vince, but yeah, I mean, I still pay for my internet through the cable companies.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, all right, thanks. Oh, he did a clip out. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that, Vince. I might use that. Thank you. So good night, everyone. But it wasn't as cool as John Wick. It was just like he survives a lot of stuff. He doesn't he just gets beat up I don't want to spoil it, but he just gets like beat up, and then he like
Does he have actual lines in the movie, unlike John Wick?
a few.
Okay.
A few. That's my impression of it. He
Does
just
John Wick not
survives
talk
a
a
lot
lot?
of.
Huh?
Is John Wick? I've never watched a full movie of it. He doesn't talk a lot in the
I
movie.
think the last one he had 10 lines throughout the whole movie,
Oh,
maybe?
good God! So it's just Keanu in a suit shooting and killing people.
Yes.
But it's a
Okay.
bit more than that. It's a movie by stunt artists for stunt artists, and Keanu does all his stunts.
All right.
So it's very stunt
13
oriented.
lines of dialogue, though. Good God,
Yeah, that's a bit lame.
that's light. I
But
am
it
an
all depends.
FBI agent.
But whereas like John Wick, he delivers some action, some This just seems like this old man just keeps getting beat up and surviving, like like tying stuff around his arm, sewing up open wounds, and pouring alcohol and torching his, putting match in it like constantly. I'm like, okay,
Cauterizing
this guy
his
won't-
wounds and
This
stuff.
guy, yeah, he just won't die, but he doesn't really do that much. There's a few scenes where he delivers some action, but most of it's just is getting his ass kicked and he won't die.
But like
That's interesting.
Keanu has really matured as an actor. He can convey a lot with a few words. I mean, I rewatched John Wick 1 the other day, and the opening like 20 minutes, there's so much powerful acting with such little said from Keanu, and he conveys so much about his motives and
I
his
really
goals.
want to see John Wick 4.
Yeah. I need to work through
But
all of them.
Sisu was a little bit of a letdown. All right. So thank you, everyone. I'll see. What is Talati coming back? Talati, we're ending the show.
Don't worry, I just finished up.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good
All right, gents.